Hi, hello everyone.
Hello,
Uh,
Governor.
yeah. So, um, Sophie is mute today because fancy computers are hard. Mic problems. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It happens. I if I had a dollar
You having
for
mic problems? I feel bad for you, son.
LOL. If I had a dollar for every time like I goofed on the audio for this channel, we'd have
Whoa,
a lot more
that
money.
looks like a hand.
It does
It
like
looks like a hand
like
like
a claw.
gripping something.
Hello, Phil.
I feel.
Hello, Phil.
Did we just start? Yes.
Yeah, we did. We're running a little late today.
We have now only just begun
Yeah.
to live.
So
White lace and promises.
I got some new decor for the office.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see a plant.
I guess
See
I
some-
should probably bring it down a little bit because I feel like you can't really see it. But my husband would be mad at me because I already made him move this crate one time. And I made him like bring it down by like 2 inches. And so if I made him move everything else down too, he'd probably be annoyed.
Yeah, we figured out exactly what we want to do as far as this room now. So hopefully within like a week or two, my background looks better. We're actually going to probably move my desk, so there's just going to be a random stream where all of a sudden it's looking in a completely new place.
All of a sudden it's like, haha, we switched. Yeah, I think I like the setup a lot, like the way that my monitors are set up and everything. But I did like it better when I was facing the window because the wall is closer to me on that side. And then everything, like this stuff looks real far away because it is. So like I wish I could bring it closer so you guys could see it. Colin switched to mod dashboard and got an ad as well. Oh, sorry.
What'd I do?
Oh, he said. Oh, I think he was talking.
Oh, you switched to
yeah. Switched
yeah.
to mod and got an ad.
Right.
A.
Yeah. And it was mine was long this time. It was like 27-second Honda ad.
Excuse me.
My Anna Honda don't want none.
Unless.
For days.
For days.
Jokes for days.
All right, I should have.
How was your weekend?
I missed. Oh, I thought you said you missed a coma. I was like, why would you be in a coma, Phil?
And why would you miss it?
Yeah, I'm glad you're not in a coma, Phil. In fact,
wouldn't have to deal with all you twerps.
A angry face. You can't have coffee yet, right, Colin?
Nope. Well, I had my black coffee already.
So is it okay if I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see my coffee cup, but it says Perkily Cactus and it has kitten cactuses on it.
Oh.
And then it says free hugs on the inside.
Well,
this is a huge coffee cup too. Like this thing is giant.
Yeah, it looks big. Free hugs.
Cause they prickly. Am's a prickly bitch. That's me. Okay, so Phil, how's the audio? Can you hear my music? Did we finally get it figured out?
Can you hear Beth?
Yeah, can you hear me? Does everything sound okay? Just had my after banana flavor. Oh, my after swim, but after banana. I was like, all right. My after swim banana flavored soy milky. Oh, you did not make a Chucky milkshake? A choco banana milkshake. Audio is great. Yay.
Chocobo banana.
Bruh, let me tell you what. Choco bananas are like my fave thing. because it's okay. So basically, it's like a it's not a wafer cookie, but it's like
waifu cookie.
It's like no, like the the Nilla wafers, right? The little round ones, the little like banana like Nilla wafer things. So make that into like a Milano cookie, like a long one, like the lady fingers that you put in like tiramisu. So take like a ladyfinger cookie and then lay a banana on top of it, and then just dip and like a layer of, I don't know, some kind of like cream. I think it's like marshmallow maybe, between the banana and the cookie so that it sticks, and then just dunk the whole thing in chocolate. And that's
I feel like that'd be like a banana Twix almost.
Yeah, basically. It's a choco banana. I have soy chocolate milk teas as well. Hey! I haven't had an insure today. I probably should have, but do you like that? Bam, 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 bam.
So we decided that Evelta is going to be a fighter, right? Just a fighter.
Oh, hey, I can hear the music in my headphones now.
Lucky.
No, I tried to fix it so that it would do that last time, and it didn't.
I've been listening to a song on repeat over and over and over again.
I'm ready.
It's the Wellerman song.
Ugh.
The one with the low voices though.
Yeah,
the one that's usually like the memes and stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah. I am a fangirl for sea shanties. And I have zero qualms about it. I am not ashamed in the slightest.
My son is singing it now too. I got it in his head.
Yeah, when Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out. You girl. So not only did the main Sophie said yes, love the Wellerman. So when Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out, if you haven't played it, the main character that you play, I believe his name is Edward, maybe, or Edmond. They played it at the pool today. Oh, yes, we get music at the pool. That's cool. Wow, everybody out here loved the Wellerman. Anywho, though, so the guy that you play looks like Heath Ledger. So he's like a hot as shit video game character, and it's pirate based, and obviously because it's called Black Flag. And I feel like Assassin's Creed always does really, really well about hitting things pretty like historically accurate. I mean, like, granted, they tend to smush a bunch of like time periods together and kind of like put in people that weren't alive at the same time together sometimes. But overall, they get everything pretty fucking close. Like, the architecture is always really, really good. The information and like the backstory on a lot of the characters is always really good. And in Black Flag specifically, they put a bunch of sea shanties in it. And my favorite sea shanty is called Lowlands Away.
Lowlands?
Lowlands Away. I can actually play that because it's not copyright.
I thought I heard you say Low Hands Away.
No, it's called Lowlands Away.
Like Lindsay.
No.
That's good.
Let's see.
Beth.
Yes.
Your composite picture of Poppy's Chapel. Was that only in Discord, or did you have put it in Google Drive?
No, I only put it in Discord.
Would you put it in Google Drive, or should I get it? I can probably get it.
I can.
I just don't know where.
Okay, I guess I can. I mean, I could technically play it regardless and be like, ha 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 ha. Take that.
Star of the County Down? From Black Flag.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Here,
Gotcha.
Great. So we have Sophie that can't talk and Andrew that can't hear.
Oh, no.
Between the two of you, we have one person.
It'll be a great time. Okay, I see. Well.
Well, how you feel? You getting tired of typing? Tired of typing? Or you just want to come listen?
I was going to say, Phil usually is cooking dinner about now.
Hello.
Hello, Phil.
Hey.
Yes, I am cooking dinner right now.
Hey.
Yeah, you can't hear Sophie. She's not talking.
She got a new fancy computer, and her mic is doing weird stuff.
Some technical issues.
Yeah, I'd be like that though. When is there ever a day when we don't have technical issues? My fancy computer betrayed me. It's okay. Whenever you get new fancy stuff, it always is a little funky. Colin, what were you asking me? Oh, map. Yes. Do. My computer is like
Big battle music.
Yeah. My computer is like, there are so many tabs open. Like, yes, we do have quite a bit of tabs open. Because I'm also working on the Port Sereth map.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I figured at the very least I can do is give you a map with a bunch of squares in it so that we can fake number it. I think that will.
By the way, Colin, how did you like my meme?
It was cute.
Right.
It was cute. I don't actually work directly with bacteria, but I've worked. We have people in our building that do. But yeah, I mean, cells are kind of the same way. Cells can be finicky as hell, and you're just like, what? This worked. This has worked every other single time, and now you just don't want to.
And now it
Cool.
says, haha, no.
My third thesis publication got accepted this morning.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's done. Like I basically, during my grad school, I published 3 thesis based articles.
Yeah.
So
That's it. You're done.
I've published
forever now.
0 theses.
You're like, okay, I'm done now.
Did 1 bachelor paper.
Bachelor paper? Oh, like okay, for your bachelor's. Well, that's good. Science or not science?
It was business oriented. It was about lifelong learning in companies. Business strategies to keep your employees up to date.
Okay, Dr. Collins.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really interesting to learn and write about.
Listen to your TED Talk.
My TED Talk. I think I need to prepare a TED Talk then. I think I could come up with it on the fly now.
Is my... Oh, sure is.
I could send you my paper.
Oh.
Nah.
We cut out.
I have a lot of paper. I have to basically read papers every week.
He's like, no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks.
I'm not going to ask you to read any of my papers.
So it's more than an...
You're chopping right now, aren't you?
Yeah, he is.
Is it loud?
No. Only it was
Or
only
is
when
it
you were
just
talking.
hearable?
It's only when you're talking. The mic doesn't trigger on just from the cutting, but if you're talking into it, then you can. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
No. I'm telling you, it adds something to the stream. People are getting a sensory experience.
Yeah,
I could do it way more aggressively as well if you want.
Aggressive is the word I want. Yeah.
Oh no. Too far.
What did you do?
I'm moving stuff.
Oh.
I always.
Mantaray looks sad.
It does. It's got like sad chops.
It's got sad eyes.
Like jowls. It's just me.
Guys, wait up.
It does look a bit of a bulldog look. Yeah, it's got like sad jowls.
I want scrunches. Did you do the map? No.
Yes, I did.
You put it into okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
know
in Churchy's. It's in Poppy's Church O'Babish's file.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
I got it, governor.
Kai.
Oi, governor.
That's one of my amazingly famous accents.
Yeah. So thanks.
British.
I'm asking
Yeah.
what he thinks about it.
It's not good. It's not like I can't keep it straight. It'll go from like Welsh to Hackney to Irish
Scottish.
to New Jersey. It'll go to New Jersey.
New Jersey?
Yeah.
That's
You guys.
That's a life, I guess.
No, I can't maintain an accent.
Yeah.
It never stays.
It
Never.
can't hang.
Never.
Yeah, not really familiar with the American accents. They all just sound very Valley Girl to me.
Well, see, you got Texas.
Okay, that's another one.
And you've got, the Midwest. Like,
Yeah.
did you get your bag? Do you need a bag?
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Boston, which is Pocketcott Harvard Yard.
Excuse me?
Exactly.
Did you leave your khakis in your khakis?
And then
Midwest, like realistic colors or funky ones.
Where even is the Midwest?
Ooh, good question. I feel
let's make it super aggressive.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe like blacks and reds or something. It's just an
say,
idea. I don't know if
I was gonna say black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
Or black. Well,
Yeah.
because we have a lot of pinks.
You know what it is.
Hey. Okay.
Black and yellow.
So an interesting. This is a completely off topic, but an interesting thing to know.
Okay.
Color goes through water different.
Yeah. So if it's a
of the
deep
light.
water, it would be red.
So red is one of the first colors to go. Like the deeper you go, red is one of the first colors to disappear.
Oh yeah, so that's why they're usually like a dark blue color. Because manta rays are like.
But the only reason I know that is because we scuba dive and we got a GoPro so we could take it scuba diving with us. And I read an article about scuba diving and GoPros, and it says.
Thank you for following Top Down Table Talk. Oh, is this Vix or whoever? I think it was Vix who's over at Cass's stream. Thank you for following.
And so they suggest you put a red filter on the GoPro to add red back in, so you can actually see red in the water. Get it, Phil. Get it. Is that a leafy vegetable?
Chop those vegetables.
Ooh, no. One strike. It's not a...
Is it onions? Sounds like onions to me.
Vegetable.
Is it an onion?
It is a vegetable.
Yeah, but is it an onion?
Can you be more specific, please? It's not an onion.
It's not an onion. And it's not leafy. It doesn't sound like
Is it
carrots.
a roach?
Is it potatoes? Are you? Oh, what you're cutting? Yeah, is it potatoes?
No, it is a carrot.
Oh, it is a carrot. Okay,
Oh.
just kidding.
You win a new car.
Hey, did I tell you guys that my husband decided he wanted to buy a sports car? He's going through like a
Because his
midlife
best
crisis.
friend got one.
Yeah, because his best friend has a Porsche.
I went. Maybe it's just because I went dad too quick, but like, I want like luxury. I don't need my car to be super powerful and strong. I want my car to like massage my ass while I drive. That's what I want.
They do make like, at least we can get them here. I imagine you could probably find them at Walmart. They make like massage sheets, seats, covers.
Thanks, Top Down. Take it easy.
Wanted to make sure I felt before I head out for lunch. Okay. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. But yeah, they
Love you.
Yeah, love you, bye. And
Mwah.
Mwah.
it's like a seat cover, and you can put it on your couch, or you can like put it on your car. It's literally just like a cloth, like massage chair piece that you just like set on any sitting surface, and it does the massage stuff.
The massage stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just the sheet that pinches your butt.
Yeah, it's like the little balls that just go right into your booty hole. At the mall.
Mm.
Yeah, the red automatically makes it mean.
Yeah, it
Look
is
at that now. It's
looks
no longer sad. It looks like
hella
angry
aggressive.
and aggressive. Yeah, that's crazy how it's just the color did that.
Farm? Question mark? Oh, no, I don't want farm. Oh my god. Dirt?
I need to go check something. My dog's whining. I'll be right back.
Okay. Cool, baby. Yeah, my dog's in timeout because I wish I could complain about the police. Like, to the police. Because...
Oh, to the police?
Yeah, like, because of
You can complain about the police to me.
Yeah, because, like, the MPs, when they do their dog training, it's across the street, and they never warn us. Like, they never tell us, hey, we're doing drills this week. They just do it. And all of the dogs lose their fucking minds. Because all they hear, and if you look at the front, all you see...
Pork, pork, pork.
Yeah, are these police dogs. And because they're doing, like, bomb test things, like, it'll be like kind of quiet, and they'll be kind of barking but not making like a whole lot of noise, and then all of a sudden it will be like
World War III is about to commence.
Yeah, you'll hear like a bunch of screaming and yelling because they like found something, right? Like during their training there'll be like a bunch of screaming and yelling, and then the dogs will like go crazy and start barking. And then it's over.
And Dodger will go crazy and start barking.
Yeah, and they do that over and over again the entire day.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
My dog is just being a lazy delight.
Yeah. Your dog sounds like a lazy delight.
Afternoon delight. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. That song is about sex.
Is it? I would never have guessed. Oops, wrong button.
Afternoon delight makes me think of the word of the year from a year or two ago. So in Belgium, we have like a really famous children's TV, and it's called Samson. It's about who lives with a dog, and the word of the year, I think 2 years ago, was Samson.
Something.
And afternoon delights. Samson. Yeah, like Samson,
Oh,
the
gotcha.
biblical character.
Yeah, like Samson.
Samsonite. I was way off. Anyone know the movie? Come on.
Samsonite. That's like a brand of suitcases.
I know. Exactly. That's from a movie. Come on, someone. Samsonite. I was way off.
No, I think you're on your own with that one, Colin.
Dumb and dumb.
No idea.
Oh, yeah, no, that's why.
Oh! Is that the first? No, that's not the first one.
First one. Yeah, it was the first one. They
Oh,
thought
I've never seen the first one.
they were trying to figure out the lady's name, and he thought it was because the Samsonite bag.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
You haven't seen it?
No, I don't watch dumb movies.
It's funny.
It is a slight on my intelligence.
It's not calling you dumb or dumber.
I know. It's just I feel the same way about like Ed, Ed and Eddie or like Family Guy. Like
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
yeah, like I'm not a.
That was one of my favorite shows growing up.
So you wouldn't have liked Simple Jack on what was that movie with Robert Downey Jr. where they're in the jungle? Tropical Thunder?
Oh, where he's like blackface.
Well, yeah, he's blackface, and then Ben Stiller played, like, he was famous because he played Simple Jack, and so it was like a mental disabilities kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have like I don't know, like my humor is just not.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That's
like,
completely
I just don't
fair.
think it's
Like,
funny.
yeah. No, I get that. There's humor that I don't.
Yeah,
I
like
really
there's some of them that like I can roll with, but there's a bunch that I'm just like, eh. Like basically anything that has like I don't like Will Ferrell at all. Like it, like all of his like the things that his type of humor is in. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like I love Disney movies and I don't like.
Like
Elf.
you don't like the Anchor?
No, I don't like any of that.
Anchorman. I quote the Anchorman like nothing else, or at least I used to. I guess I haven't really in a while, but
yeah, I don't like.
I love Anchorman. I like
It's a
Blades
fucking great movie.
Blades of Glory was one of my favorites.
Nope.
Old School.
Not for me.
Even in Old School? I guess not.
Like
Oh no, my favorite actor is Steve Carell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But see, like I don't think The Office.
I
is
think
funny.
his movies are great.
I think
The
yeah,
Office is
40-Year-Old
amazing.
Virgin. 40-Year-Old Virgin I watched like 20 times my freshman year of college. But that and Super Trooper. We just watched that.
Also really liked Dinner for Schmucks. Seen that movie?
I've seen it. It's been a while, and I've only seen it once, so I don't remember it too well, but I remember it. And then I really liked the movie he did recently where he's that war veteran guy. He had like
Sophie said I'm with you on your humor. Thanks. Appreciate that.
It's a more serious movie, and like he had the doll. He played with dolls basically. He set up like scenes with like war scenes, and he imagined he like. Y'all don't know that one?
Which I missed what we're.
I haven't seen it.
It's named after the city or something. Steve.
Oh, with Steve Carell in it. Oh yeah.
Then what movies do you think are funny, Beth?
Welcome to Marwin is the name of the movie.
Gotcha.
No, I haven't seen
It's
that
good.
one.
It's really good. It's more of a serious role.
I like as far as like movies that I think are super funny. I watch a lot of kids movies, obviously, because I'm a child. But like,
Yeah, Disney and Pixar movies can be really funny as adults.
Yeah. Like I watch a lot of that. I
Oh, I really like Chicken Run. Has any of you seen
yeah.
Chicken Run?
I love that.
I think that movie is just great.
It's
Normally, I don't really like the dubbed movies in Dutch, but I think Chicken Run in Dutch, the dubbed version, is way better than the English version.
it's a
So
it's a pretty good movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
they just nailed the voices
Mhm,
and the
mhm.
accents.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of like I don't know, like I don't watch a lot of movies or TV. My husband has been watching the Cleveland Show a lot lately. And like I can tolerate the Cleveland Show more than like
Family Guy.
Yeah, than Family Guy, and I hate Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, I don't really like Rick and Morty as
Like,
well.
Oh, I love Rick. Okay,
no.
well,
And like burps
we have
make,
very different humors.
Burps like make me want to vomit, and I like hate that. Like,
Dude, my intermittent fasting has given me ridiculous burps.
Bruh,
Like unreal. They are the most unreal thing in the world.
It's just like the sound.
I'm surprised I didn't do one on the playtest stream.
It's yucky. Like I hate that. I hate like mean humor. Like that's not like my vibe.
I made a meme recently.
A meme?
Yeah, there's a stream I watched where
no, not meme humor. Mean with an N.
Mean humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Maybe I do. Maybe
You're just into mean
that's
humor.
my outlook.
I like a little bit of mean humor
Yeah, I
once
don't
in a while.
because obviously like sarcasm and stuff is fine. Like I would like Family Guy if Peter wasn't in it. Like if you took him out and just made it about everybody else, like I'd be fine. Like,
Can I tell you the meme I made though? Because I want it.
I'm ready. Let's.
So one of the players is into foot massages.
Oh.
She likes to give other she'll meet someone new and be like, here, let me help you relax.
So she's got a foot fetish.
She's got a foot fetish. And so I took a picture of fan art someone did of her character, and the meme is the only type of misogyny she accepts is foot misogyny.
It's a haha. I like that. Ooh, girl, this Mantaray is coming along fierce.
Mm-hmm.
Digging it.
I also really like movies with Seth Rogen.
You just thumbs up. So I go back and forth. I like Pineapple Express. Like I don't like the one where they have to go kill the Korean president or whoever his name is. Like I don't like that one. But
you should make this Manta blind.
Actual Ethan.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it could be.
Ooh.
Then we can call
We
it.
can call it.
Oh no!
Mantaray Charles.
Oh.
Give this man a VIP right now.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like 9 out of 10 people would laugh at that, and then 1 out of 10 people would be like, "Hey,
that's
oh hey there, Mick bisexual. How are you doing? Howdy, hey, I say howdy all the time too. Tell them, guys.
You do.
You're a real Texan.
Oh, I fucked up. Help. Okay, there it goes.
What we do?
Hey,
but no, like I like the colors. I love the colors.
Mm-hmm.
It's different enough, but I'm wondering if we want to add some other unique feature about this manta ray. Maybe split the second half of the tail into 2, just to, I mean, it's subtle, but it wouldn't be like evolutionarily like wrong, you know? Yeah. Like just have it Y out into 2 or 3, maybe at the end. Oh yeah, I know. I have a lot of friends in Texas. I grew up in Texas, and hearing them talk about it was I mean, Austin was ridiculous because they were going crazy and they had literally an inch of snow. Like not even, but like Dallas had several inches. Shark Tale?
That's a good movie as well.
Wait,
Shark
no,
Tale?
I like the splotches on the top. What if
I do. I like that too.
What if they're
And there they go. They're gone.
like you know how I'm trying to remember what the fuck they are. There's like it's either in like a video game. It's probably a video game. Maybe it's not Monster Hunter. Borderlands, maybe? They have the weird lizard things that their tails like shoot spikes. They go invisible.
Hey Sophie, I think you'll appreciate now that you're doing this. I have a tattoo of a mechanical seahorse on my shoulder.
Hey.
I'm not gonna put it on stream, but I'm gonna put it in Discord. So
Just show us the guns.
it's on my back shoulder.
Naked stream.
Okay,
Naked stream.
Strip,
And of course it's I have hairy shoulders, so it's of course like shaved.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm gonna put this inner circle.
I think our song is playing, Colin. It's not. I thought it was. We still got. Oh, I'm about to play it though.
Hey Mango.
It's huge.
It is a big one, yeah. I'm gonna do eventually. I'm probably I don't know when, but eventually I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna do like several other mechanized or stylized sea creatures on the back.
Like a manicore tail that can shoot spikes.
Yeah, but wouldn't they? It'd be hard for it to really shoot in the water. I know you can like a harpoon, but it would be different than like. I don't think sweeping the tail and shooting a spike would be really like how it might work. Mm-hmm. But like maybe with a jet of water shooting it out, it could work or something. But it would look different, I think.
Yeah.
You could make it like a fighter jet and just have these like barbs that stick out in front that can shoot like torpedoes. No.
Too much fun.
That would be like the Pokemon Mentine.
I like how we've never really like given Sophie direction mid like art, and then this time we're like let's give it missiles.
Well, that's not true because when we did the hippo scampy, when we changed it. Hello, Mango. Hi, Hero. I noticed you.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the hipposcampy was ridiculous all along.
With the little, because we changed the little horse legs in the middle. Did you saw it, right, Phil? With the little legs?
Saw the hell out of it.
Saw it. That's a good way to put it. Oh, I can drink coffee soon.
Yay! Oh, you give yourself like a 10-minute.
I do.
Witness me. Yeah. Oh, my heart. I loved that movie. Look, I thought it was gonna be stupid. All right, I was like, I'm gonna go because Charlize Theron is like hot as fuck, and I'm gonna live that life, and it's gonna be a good time. And I was like, I also love the actor who played that guy. I cannot remember what his name is. But he's in the one he plays Beast in X-Men. He's in Warm Bodies.
That's Kelsey Grammer.
It's a guy. It's a man.
Yeah, Kelsey is a Grammer. He's an English. He's a Frasier. TV's Frasier.
Oh, okay. Kelsey Grammer sounded like a country singer for a second, and I was like, no.
That's hilarious.
Because there is somebody whose name is similar to that, and my brain went there. What universe is it possible that Mad Max movie to be stupid? Nick something? Yeah, I think it's Nick something.
In the movie, like in the live action X-Men.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yes.
What?
Half-Blood.
That's what Sophie says.
Yeah. She said yes. Yeah. I saw him in Warm Bodies, and then he was in the X-Men, and then he was in Mad Max. And him and Charlize Theron were really the only reasons, and Ed Hardy were really the only reasons that I was going. I wasn't super into Ed Hardy. I was like, it'll be alright. I thought it was gonna be. He was in Jack the Giant Slayer. Yes, that's true. I thought it was gonna be another one of those.
Oh.
Where they like.
It's the newer version.
Yeah.
This is the young. Okay, no,
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer was Beast in like the original X-Men.
Oh, okay, yeah, like when he's old. Yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, no, I thought it was gonna be one of those movies where they tried to like bring it back and make it cool again, and it like didn't have a storyline, really, you know, like all right, this is gonna cause some drama. So similar to the Fast and Furious franchise. Greetings,
Weary Warlord.
Bye, Mango. Have fun. So Cassie said hello.
Yeah, what a guy for streaming at the same time we're streaming.
Yeah, Cass. He's making.
Guy.
Well, he's doing the map for the Throne Atop Sand stream. It's very cute. I'm digging it. But anyway, so
it is cute.
Similar to the like Fast and Furious franchise, I thought like it was gonna be like stupid. I was like, okay, you can only make so many car movies that have like a good storyline, you know?
You're killing Sophie.
The day you discuss Fury Road, and of course I can't talk. So, we'll bring it back up. Weary Warlord said, coming up with some quests. We're kind of sidetracked for a second. We're we're doing a Manta Ray, and we're talking about Mad Max. So, which actually kind of technically does fall in, because at a later date we do plan to do like a Mad Max sort of style setting in Karmarth.
Do we?
Yes, in Karmarth.
Yeah, in Karmarth.
That's where all the orcs are, and they're like they do like a yearly
oh man, can you imagine the art in that?
Sophie, you are gonna be a goddess when it comes to that one, because that is gonna
How
be
are you
straight
How are you at drawing nipple chains?
A+.
I know she said I think
Is that an excited E or a scared E?
I think
Squee would be the excited.
Yeah, so that one is mostly like orcs, but a lot of the animals and like monsters in that area are going to be very much made up. A lot of them are going to be very almost like Monster Hunter-y. So I'm excited for that one.
I'm looking up this Legends of Krithforth,
which is similar to Mad Max. Yeah.
The Ravaged Wasteland of Krithforth by Dice on Ice. It's a Kickstarter in 2018. Brutal post-apocalyptic fantasy setting for 5th edition.
But okay, so the thing is, it's not apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's not going to be apocalyptic.
It is. It's still apocalyptic.
Papalopolis.
It still follows.
Oh, I love that movie.
It still follows like the high fantasy line. It's just that Karmarth is mainly dominated by orcs and like orcish society, and their rank system is
coffee.
Yeah, it is. Here, I'll drink coffee with you.
If you have coffee, raise a glass.
I got it.
Because coffee is great and it saves your ass.
I'll raise my water bottle.
Right, me over here drinking coffee at 6 in the evening.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Look, if y'all ever wondered why my sleep schedule is fucked up, like this is it.
You guys get sleep? That sounds cool.
Yeah. My alarm didn't go off
we
this
don't
morning.
we don't have children.
Yeah, also that.
I can't blame my son though.
Are there artificers in your world? Yeah.
Hey, Sophie cheered too.
Yay.
Coffee.
But so Karmar's like ranking system. Hang on, let me save this map before I forget, because I'm gonna get sidetracked and then I'm gonna forget.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna answer. Are there artificers in your world? That's interesting because if we plan on selling this world, there cannot be artificers,
right?
Because we're trying to publish under the SRD, and artificers aren't considered open content.
They
Those
are not
very much Wizards product.
Yeah. However, there are ways around it, kind of.
Yeah.
So
we just
like
calling them tinkerers.
Yeah.
Yeah, tinkerers, inventors. You can get around it, but you can't have like it have the exact same mechanics though.
Yeah.
It would have to be not completely different. I mean, obviously, some of them are very intuitive. That you could argue that like you can't say that we can't do that.
Yeah.
But
different enough.
But it has to be different enough that you can tell that we didn't just copy and paste over the artificer.
Sleep. What's that? 2 a.m. is my new best friend. Yeah, I went to sleep at 3 o'clock this morning, which is why I didn't wake up till noon. But that's because I read 2.5 books yesterday.
Tinkerers or mage. Yeah.
2.5 books.
Yeah, I started a new book on Saturday, and I read the first part of it, and then we went on a hike, and Saturday is
sleep is for the week.
Yeah, and like Saturday is game day, so we went for a hike, and then we did game day, and then we came back, and I took a nap for like an hour, and then we went to a car meet, and then got back home at like midnight-ish, 1 o'clock maybe, and I read a little bit more, and then yesterday we went on a hike again, but in the morning I finished the first book, and then when we got and started the second book, and then we got back from the hike, I finished the second book, and then later on in the evening I like started the third book, and I finished it at 3 o'clock this morning.
Whoa. Sophie, this manta ray design reminds me. I think it's the newer Star Trek. I think it's the Vulcan ship where it looks like a manta ray and it has the multiple tails coming out the back, and they kind of twist and turn as it's flying. And I don't know, but there's like a starship in one of the more famous movie series that has that kind of design. It's really cool.
I guess I'm weak. Weary said, just move commas around. That's what Wizards of the Coast does, reselling old stat blocks.
You know, it's interesting because like the questions about open gaming and what's open and what's not is really interesting. You know, I think there's always questions. There's a huge gray area when it comes to what's open and what's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way Wizards of the Coast wrote it, they have full reign.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to be the ones making the arguments. So
yeah. Sophie says Star Wars Phantom Menace, maybe. This manta ray does look very Sith. Like,
is that it?
It's got a very Sith vibe. It was a...
Oh, the underwater one? Yeah, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, that does look like it. Let's see. I'll look this up.
Yep. Anywho, so yeah, so basically the Mad Max like thing. I thought it was gonna be dumb, and then it turns out that it wasn't, and of course I fucking loved his character, and then of course he fucking eats himself, you know, because the black and red that gives Sith vibes.
Yeah, that could be too.
It's like the etherealness. It's not just or I guess like Darth Maul-y, more, but it's like the ethereal like vibe.
Darth Maul sounds like a drug.
Sure does.
That's why I'm here, folks.
Hey. And then, you know,
You can book me
spoilers.
for birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, and funerals.
Hey.
No funerals.
Funerals.
Solid.
Yeah. And then again, spoilers, he like eats himself at the end. But oh my heart, it went straight to my feels. But the
straight to your feel box.
Straight to the feel box. I bet there's a Darth Maul somewhere. It's probably in Disney World.
It's probably, yeah. You can throw a frisbee around on the Darth Maul.
Hey. You can push people over cliffs. It's a cool time. Our song's coming up next. Dr. Colin, are you ready?
I can't hear it, Beth.
Well, maybe you should watch the stream, Dr. Colin.
But if I do that, there's the whole circle of voice chat, yo.
Just play it. What, baby?
I'm just gonna play the Wellerman again.
Okay.
5 times over.
And again and again and again.
And again. Come here. If you want me to pick you up, you have to be within arm's reach. Okay. Hey, kid, you want to hit him, Darth Maul?
I'm gonna hit a Darth Maul.
What are you doing? But Karmarth, we made the like orc ranking very. If you read any paranormal books ever, we made it very like werewolf-y in the. Oh, there it goes. Sorry, gotta turn it up, guys. It's the jam. It's jam time.
It's jam 30.
Jam 30.
It's not. It's jam o'clock. I'm sorry,
is jam
guys.
o'clock.
Didn't mean to. Soon the Wellerman come.
Okay, don't be interrupting my song.
Sorry, it's our song.
You just love the smell of onions on the stove.
Wait, didn't you say
Bring
you
us
hate that?
sugar at
So jam.
and
It
rum.
is. It's such a jam.
Well, Beth,
Hang on.
I'm not going to
it's
give
done
anything
yet.
away.
Okay, I'm done. I'm not. I will never be done. Okay. So would you like to assist me in finishing the Fathalri, seeing on 2 of the 5 are complete? So question, how would you DM a drink off? Okay, let me go down the list. So Mango for the
I feel like
Fathalri-
Beth has the answer for this.
I do have the so Mango to bring us sugar and tea rum. Oh, she's Sophie. So we could technically, if you want to. So I talked to Kaz today, and we're basically pretty much only going to do art for the flamingo because he just doesn't have time with all of the stuff that he's doing. So you can take however long you want on the other ones. They don't have to be finished for this book. They can be part of the second one when we do the area one. Thank you for following, bisexual. We appreciate you. But yeah, Mega, so we can, if you aren't like vibing with them right now, like it's not a huge deal, don't worry about it. And then Warlord, how would you DM a drink off where 2 characters take turns taking shots? Are they PCs or is it a PC versus an NPC? Because that matters.
And they're taking shots in real life too, right? Like, are they characters and real life players taking shots?
Yeah, because that adds another element.
Oh, yeah. No,
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's important though, because then an aspect of safety comes in a little bit. Guys, I have a PhD in toxicology. I can chime in here, and I know a lot about alcohol. Did you know
Alcohol poisoning.
alcohol is one of the very few drugs that has different elimination mechanics, whereas most drugs have half-lives where, you know, you metabolize half the drug and then half the drug and then half the drug. Alcohol, it's just a rate. You
just
metabolize this
metabolize
much
it.
every hour, and that's it.
Interesting.
How would it be different? Well, the safety aspect. Like if you aren't actually having people take shots in game, you can go crazy, right? 20 shots, 30 shots,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's in game. It's a fantasy game, especially if you got a dwarf who has high constitution against poisons. You know, like you can do it that way. But if it's people taking shots in real life, you have to take safety into account.
Yeah.
You just can't.
You
can't encourage someone to keep taking shots because of a game they're playing. I mean, you can, but that's my official, like.
That's your dad TED Talk.
Yeah. I mean, it's just well, one, and also it's not gonna be fun.
Oh,
like it doesn't. You know,
okay. They meant PC versus NPC or PC versus
so that's
PC,
your answer.
So not
then.
real life. I was gonna say because in real life,
well, you know,
because in real life there's so many that you can. I don't think people realize how dangerous mixing certain things can be. Like mixing Red Bull and vodkas. Like that is an upper and a downer, and you can literally have a heart attack from that. Like,
i.e. Four Loko. Go look up their story.
Yeah, Four Loko. Like, I knew someone who mixed a bunch of liquor with pre-workout, and he died twice. He literally, like, his heart stopped and he died. Caffeine. And they brought him back to life.
Probably had tons of caffeine.
So much. And they brought him back to life, and he basically had this like superhuman strength and went like hulked out and like was fighting people off of him, and then he passed out and like died again, and they brought him back, and it took like 8 people to hold him down, and they finally like got him to like drink water and chill the fuck out. But like that shit is so dangerous. Like I also knew somebody who drank almost an entire bottle of Kraken, and she had a really, really bad reaction to it.
Is that vodka?
It's a dark rum. And
that makes sense.
We thought somebody drugged her. Like 4 hours, I sat up with this girl while she like cried and like couldn't sleep and like relived her entire life, and she like threw up all over herself. It was like in her hair, on her clothes. They like put her in the bathtub and were like washing her hair out, and she was like, no, please, no. And I had to literally lay on the couch with her like on me and like pet her until she fell asleep at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like, that shit is so dangerous. You have to be careful. But anyway.
That's why I
twice, yeah.
Here now.
Stro 80 rum is nasty. Okay. Appreciate you. Think both how to be different, blah blah blah.
I was gonna say something. The Weary Warlord, there's a famous mantra among toxicologists is that it's the dose that makes the poison, not the compound. So like a lot of things can be a poison if they have the right dose.
Yeah.
The whole thing about water.
Anything can kill you. Yeah, I almost killed my sister like that when we were little.
Whoa.
Yeah, because my whole family on like my dad's side are all alcoholics. And so we saw them like drinking and taking shots all the time. And so we were like, let's play a game. And so she essentially took like 40 shots of water. And like she felt really sick. And we were like, oh, it's like, you know, we're like, oh, it's water, like you're fine, like haha, we're just being funny. And,
like how bad can it be?
Yeah, like we're haha, like we're being funny, like our family, like let's just take shots of water. And I was like pretending to be a bartender, and like, I mean, obviously that says a lot about my family, but she was like maybe 9 or 10, and
Niner.
Yeah, and she started to feel really sick. And we were like, that's weird. And it's because she just kept taking shots of water. And it was like poisoning her. I'm curious, but so with oh right, sorry, back to the thing. PC versus PC and NPC versus PC drinking game. Would you just do a D20
I think a con
roll
save
off?
would be reasonable.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
I think con offs would be
But would it be a save or just a throw? Just a skill check?
It would be
Cons check or save?
if it's a drinking contest.
I think it would be.
I think it would be a save. As
I think it'd be save too.
Go.
But you can make basically each round you increase the DC, and then you could. I mean, there's it depends on how. There's a simple way, probably, and a complex way. Like the simple way is just you increase the DC, and as soon as they fail the roll, they're done.
They're done.
That's the easy way.
Yeah, but that could
a
be
complex way.
2 shots in one time, and then you're done.
Right. Yeah. So that wouldn't be as fun.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be as fun. I would say you have a system more about like each failure has you step back, like have a setback, but it doesn't mean you lose. So like you can have 3 failures and each one does something to the DC too. So each failure then makes the next failure more likely and more and quicker because it does something to the roll. So it's like you add to the DC if either A, they've had a previous failure, or they're on as they increase the rounds.
So if you so basically it would be like anything 10 and below, you get like a negative point, right? So
sure, you could do it that way too. Yeah. So like if you really
10,
fail, yeah.
Yeah, anytime you roll less than 1, it goes down.
You could, just to make it easier, I'd say like, because as the DC increases, I'd say if you roll within 5 of the DC, you just like, it's like a step backwards. But if you roll more than 5 of the DC, so if the DC is 15 and you roll 12, you just kind of like have a hiccup and look a little queasy. But if you roll a 6, because it's more than 5 within the DC, you barf.
Yeah. Or you could also do it the same way that you like play War, like the card game. You could have like 5 rounds, right? And have whichever roll like wins the round gets like a tick up, or like whichever one loses gets a tick up on the bar, and the first one to hit 5 losses is like done.
Falls on the floor backwards.
Yeah, just yeah. I think that's how I would do it, is have like 5 rounds, and if you lose then like rock paper scissors, like challenge
like best of 7.
Yeah, like challenge the DCs. Best 5 or first to 5 loses.
But remember, kids, don't drink and horse drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't drink and dice. Just kidding.
Don't drink and dice.
JK. Sophie, what happened to the color on the Mantaray? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
It's naked.
I was like, did you erase it all? It's hiding. Yeah, I got it. Well, I do library. Gotcha.
Oh,
It looks beautiful. I love it. Really feathers. Yeah,
Yes, I've been sober for more than a year now.
Wow, good job. I know
Oh,
that's like,
congrats.
not on purpose. Like,
But
awesome.
I don't really feel like I was addicted, but I maybe was addicted to getting drunk, not to alcohol itself.
yeah, just
But
like,
I really liked getting drunk.
Yeah, like the general like vibe and connotation that it carries. My husband is similar. He has a very addictive personality, and he's also
But
like
every weekend,
super
drinking.
susceptible. Yeah, it's the same way. Like, I think some people just like thrive in that like party, like a good time environment, you know.
I really do.
Yeah, and sometimes you just like want to be in that, and it just so happens that
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of
I
people,
miss it so much.
yeah, a lot of people
And
associate the atmosphere with alcohol within itself, but like I don't need alcohol to have fun. Like I can go to parties and have a good time without drinking anything. It's more about the
and then
people that
since
you're with.
Corona hit, I just stopped drinking.
Oh no,
Just a hard stop.
And his BFF still get fucking wine drunk like a bunch of white bitches every weekend.
No, because the fun element of drinking is gone now, so I just don't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Vince will sit in the living room and watch TV or play video games or listen to music and just like drink wine or drink whiskey and like talk about stocks and like other adult things that I don't care about. Like and you can usually tell their vibe like as the songs change. If you've watched our streams for any length of time, especially the Wednesday night ones, or for the Friday ones, like I think since I have a fear of alcohol embedded into me when I was little, so I just straight out avoided it. Yeah, for me, it's more like because my family was so like into it that like I don't have the appeal. Like I don't see it. I had plenty of adults like tell me their deepest, darkest secrets that I don't ever want to be that way. Vic said,
No, living in Europe, alcoholism and alcohol using is just a very big cultural thing over here.
Yeah. Maybe Warlord says I'm a Dane. Like you're Danish or like you're like a Viking? Like what? You gotta be more specific.
That's not enough context.
Like...
Hey Victor, just to answer the question, investing in individual stonks is very risky. But indexes, basically, like you can invest in stock indexes, which is a lot of stocks. That's a little bit more safe and conservative because, yeah, one stock might fail miserably, but most likely in a group of a lot of them, then one stock might do really well, and you kind of all balance out. Slowly make money.
Yeah. Oh, we have a minimum drunk level. Yeah. I live in Germany, and it's like a whole thing here. like
see,
we are
in Belgium as well.
Yeah, same.
You know, I don't feel like I'm not saying too much to the 7 people in chat, but I use a different compound for my relaxation and enjoying pleasures.
Yeah.
And ever since when I do that, I lose the desire to drink. Like I love beer, but as soon as I do that, then beer just...
but it just doesn't match. Every time I mix the two, I just barf my stomach out.
I don't do that. That's probably why I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's just it definitely gives you the spinnies, but
it definitely gives you the spinnies.
I have pretty high functioning anxiety, and so
same. Drinking is.
I'm just a substance misuser.
Yeah.
What do you call it in English?
A misuser, a stoner.
Substance abuser.
Oh,
stoner.
Abuser.
Like a stoner. So
no.
Just something out there like dependency. Like someone who abuses a drug, there's a dependency aspect to it, and like dependency usually requires this aspect of sacrificing some portion of your life for the drug or compound. And so like if you think about it, like as long as you aren't sacrificing your life as a father or your work life or your social life or anything like that, then you don't really have that dependency.
Right, as long as you're being responsible about it. Like if you don't pay your electric bill because you bought a bunch of cocaine, then like that's a problem.
And also addiction, some people are more inclined to getting addicted to something than others. I'm totally not sensitive to addiction.
Yeah, no, like I said, my husband has an extremely addictive personality. So like he, like cigarettes, alcohol, like
I smoked cigarettes for a long time.
the party vibe, like he.
Oh yeah, I did it all, but nothing stuck.
Yeah, the cigarettes were interesting to me though because like, one, I still crave them like to this day. I still wouldn't mind having it, but I hate the way it makes me smell.
Yeah.
But two, it's like you have to have a reason to quit cigarettes. You can't just be like, I don't want to smoke anymore. You have to have a real solid reason.
Yeah.
Mine was I was like going to grad school and I was single and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna find a girl, I need to.
Patrick's reason. Hello, Max. Hey, hi, Max.
Hey, Max.
Yeah, Patrick's reason for quitting smoking this time around was because I told him he could buy a Nissan 350Z if he quit smoking.
That's a reason. If you have a good solid reason to do it, then I feel like once you get past cigarettes are tricky because it's not just nicotine. There's a metabolite called cotinine that stays in your system for up to like 2 months. So like the nicotine, you get that nicotine craving like a week after like you've stopped smoking.
Yeah.
And then a month after you stop smoking, there's a new craving because it's the cotinine getting out of your system. And that's so like it's tricky. The cigarettes are made for you not to quit.
Yeah.
that's how they're designed.
The last time that he quit, a big part of it was because he switched to vaping. Which I prefer. Too. Like if he switches, like if he smokes like cigarettes, like I hate the smell. I hate like how much time it is. What's cotinine? Is that how you spell it? Is what
it's like
I said. But like
it's just a metabolite of nicotine.
Yeah.
So when your body processes the nicotine and gets eliminated, that's how your body eliminates nicotine is through metabolism. So it breaks down the compound, and one of the products of that is cotinine. And each of the metabolites have their own kinetics and stuff on how they're metabolized and how they're eliminated. So yeah, no problem. And so the certain drugs out there on the market are actually what are called prodrugs, meaning that the drug isn't the one that does the action, it's the metabolite that does it. One of the common ones is morphine.
Cough syrup.
Codeine.
Yeah, codeine.
Yeah, so codeine is a metabolite of morphine. Hold on.
But yeah, the cough syrup is also the codeine too. Yeah, that's why a lot of people do it. And there are some places where
it's the other way.
No,
it's not.
Yeah, because codeine's in cough syrup, and a lot of cough syrup.
Right, but I'm thinking metabolism. I can't remember if codeine is a metabolite of morphine or if morphine is a metabolite of codeine. But if you're taking codeine, you're basically also taking morphine.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of places, at least in the US, where if you go to buy like Dimetap, you have to show them that you're at least 18 years old.
Well, that could be because of the meth.
Yeah.
If you remember, Brittany Murphy
also
died because she did there's two forms of methamphetamine. There's L-meth and D-meth, where L-meth is legal, D-meth is illegal. L-meth can be in cough stuff. It can be in over-the-counter drugs in very small amounts because it's not nearly as reactive as D-meth.
People out here finding a way.
Full drug chemistry out here.
Full rocking the vibe today. Why were we? How did we get here? Oh, we were talking about stuff. So yeah,
caffeine
and stuff.
Cigarettes.
Vic said I have to write about geography. How the fuck does one write about geography? What is there to write about geography? Why is this required of me to do? Do you have to just pick a part of geography and talk about it? Because if you do, I can give you an extremely cool part of it that I guarantee
Can someone translate for me? Is geography, is it the places where countries are, or is it what the ground is made out of?
Geography is
places.
Geology.
Oh. Geology is the ground.
Geology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if you want a really interesting thing,
locational.
For geography, I wrote a paper about the breakup of Yugoslavia once.
Okay.
I love.
And that was really
just pushing his writing today.
He's just pushing it. I did for my it was an earth science or like a geology class. I did it's called geomythology, and it is a type of science that is used to find like undiscovered terrestrial phenomenon that like we don't have actual evidence of, but by backtracking through different mythology like stories and using like the context clues of those stories, they can locate certain phenomenon based on that.
Phenomenon.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like in a lot of Greek stories, like Greek mythologies, you have a lot of stuff about you have a lot of stuff about gods being like very angry and like throwing fire into the sky and like blacking out the world and stuff like that. And so a lot of times that is a like mythological description of a volcanic eruption. And so by using context clues of where those like stories happened, they can backtrack and find dormant volcanoes or find evidence of volcanoes that or like past eruptions that like maybe are no longer active or like a thing anymore. They did the same thing with Atlantis, like the story of Atlantis and like the story of like the Iliad and the Odyssey. They backtracked the context clues to find what those places were based on. And the island where the sirens are is actually an island off the coast of Sicily, I think. And it's basically a giant fucking rock where a bunch of seals live. And it's shaped...
That's pretty silly.
It is very silly. It's shaped like a crescent or a croissant. And
Croissant.
A croissant.
Croissant.
And,
Voulez-vous croissant?
And the way that the seals like are, their barks like reverberate off the crescent and like project out into the ocean. And so you can hear like the barks and they sound like sad songs or like the wailing of sirens because they didn't know what the sound was. And so they were able to like use the story and backtrack and figure out sexy seals. And you also gotta
right,
think,
I was about to say,
from a distance, they probably just looked like chunky bitches hanging out on a rock. Like,
Yeah.
like if
Chunky bitches.
like, if you think about it, like that's what they imagined mermaids were. Like, they're people with fins and fishtails, and seals, especially like walruses and like big sea lions and stuff like that. Like, it's a whole thing. I read a whole paper about it in college.
So pirates just
So it's
in
almost
women.
Almost women, yeah. Just chunky bitches.
So it's almost as cool as the breakup of Avia.
The breakup of what? Oh, of Yugoslavia. Yeah, almost
Slavia?
as cool, but not. Look, too big girl.
Not quite
Hey,
as cool.
Look, if you've been on a ship, I'm sure you can tell us all about this, Max. If you've been on a ship for a really long time with nothing but a bunch of dudes, any girl looks real cute.
Every goal is a
Especially
goal.
if you're as drunk as pirates would have been. What do they call it? Beer goggles?
Yeah, beer goggles.
It was a haha because Max was in the Navy.
Yeah, that's why I asked if he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
Well, I almost, when I was thinking about going to med school, I almost went into the Navy and wanted to post on a aircraft carrier. But I did not go that direction.
Yeah. Max's wife was... Well, I think both of them were on an aircraft carrier. She was... not on the flight deck? Yes, on the flight deck? I don't remember. No.
No.
Okay, sorry.
No. Sophie, this is looking amazing.
It does look really, really good. Carrier sucks. Max says carrier sucks. Yeah.
I'm sure it does.
Yep.
But free medical school is pretty cool.
Pretty chill. My dad was an engine guy. He was in like
Official
the
title.
fucking
Official
bowels of the ship doing engine stuff.
You've been like an engineer.
Yeah, an engineer, but not that kind. And then my mom did like communication stuff, I think, like computer nerd stuff. But I went to high school with somebody who got run over on the flight deck of a carrier.
Whoosh.
One of the jets was like coming in, and I don't know exactly how it happened, like if he just didn't get out of the way fast enough, or if they just like didn't realize that it was there or whatever. But basically he like lost a leg and a half. He didn't die. He lost like a leg and a half. But yeah, like $5,000 for the rest of your life every month because you got run over by an airplane, and all you had to do was lose a leg and a half. Like, I'm just saying, it's a cool story. Like,
cool story, bro.
Like, oh, were you in a car accident? Like, no, I was hit by an airplane. Like, I was hit by a jet in the middle of the ocean. I think I would rather have 2 legs. Yeah, so I mean, reminds me of a story my dad told me when he worked on the waterfront of Border Force. That sounds aggressive.
You're aggressive.
You're aggressive. Oh, like
Grr.
like the border, like the border.
The border.
Like the border.
Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to?
Yeah, really want to love me forever.
Ow, ow, ow. Mm-hmm.
Dr. Colin, do you have what time do you have to go? Sophie, what time do you have to go? Oh, he said, except the guy was crushed to death by a shipping container. Yeah, that's a little different. Yeah. Well, so it was actually kind of interesting because, not long in between that happening, like the guy getting run over, I'm getting a tad hungry, so I might stop soon. Okay, that's cool. We appreciate you. It looks beautiful.
As always.
Yeah, as always. But yeah, they're pretty shortly between the two of them. Shortly. The guy got run over on the flight deck, and a plane crashed on the beach, and like this guy and his kid were like walking down the beach, and all of a sudden this fucking plane just like came out of the sky and like landed on them on the beach, and they died. I don't know if they both did or if just one of them did, but like all of a sudden, could you imagine just like taking a stroll and then all of a sudden it's like,
murder, right?
Look, it's a bird, it's a plane. Like
was the guy crashing?
I think so. Like
okay.
they didn't just kamikaze into them. Like fuck this kid in particular. like no, they were going down.
My wife doesn't love me. I'm ending it today.
I'm
and
done.
taking you with me.
Or maybe it was the wife. She's fuck you, Kevin, and just took him out. That really
is Kevin like the male Karen?
I think Brad.
Or Chad. Chaz.
Yeah.
Chaz.
Yeah.
Chaz is the male Karen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be a Chad.
I miss Chaz.
I've only
my brother's girlfriend, her mother is a real Karen.
Ugh, gross. Kyle is also to be a Kyle.
Real Kyle. Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably
border control.
Yeah, that's real Kyle of you.
Yeah, how Kyle of you.
Kylo.
Kylo of you.
All right, should we switch to?
Yeah, we can switch.
Give Sophie some food time.
It's been a fun stream. Yeah, sorry you couldn't talk about Mad Max. We'll save that for next time. Next week. Tune in next week to talk about Mad Max.
Bring it back to me.
Yay! Cool. Thank you, Sophie, for attending. We appreciate you so much.
Sophie.
This Mantaray is looking beautiful as always. I cannot wait to see what it looks like done. Check out Sophie on her Instagram at IronTofu42, and also check out her website, IronTofuArt at wix.com/store. Her commissions are currently open. Also
follow her TikTok.
Yeah.
Are you on TikTok, Sophie?
Are you on TikTok?
No, I'm not on TikTok.
I would watch your cooking TikToks, Phil.
I would watch your cooking TikToks. Especially if it was just like you flipping like vegetables in like a frying pan.
Speed shopping carrots.
Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Do you have your thing up, Dr. Colin?
Screen share? I do.
Do you?
Why does it we never see it?
I don't know.
I'll do it again.
No has answer.
No screen?
Okay. Yeah.
Screen.
So hers is Dr. Colin. There it goes. Got it. Figured it out. Ta-da.
Boy. Hey. That's a big me.
Ta-da. It's you.
Oi. Be right back. Got a phone call.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
And
Bye-bye.
then if I make nope, that's not what I want. Like this. Nope. Shit. Got. Okay.
May you see my PhD? Like my diploma? I actually don't have the physical
like the thing
in hand yet.
Dr. Colin is a doctor of molecular toxicology.
That's right.
I love saying it. It just makes me happy. It's like when I was in the 7th grade and I knew what DNA stood for, and everybody would be like, I don't get it. And I'm like, it's deoxyribonucleic acid. And then my teachers would be like, yep. And I'm like, ha! Take that, bitches.
And if you know what DNA stands for, you should know what RNA stands for.
Yeah.
No?
It's just ribo. It's just ribo.
It's
just without the deoxy.
It's not deoxy.
He can make the good stuff. Yeah, Dr. Colin out here being a straight Breaking Bad life.
Yeah, I did forensics for a good while. I actually have a background in forensics, so drugs, illegal, pharmaceutical, all
barrel
of those.
people. That's my fave story.
Barrel people.
It's barrel people, yeah. BRB, I gotta put my hat on because my ears are hurting, so give me a second. Ow.
I wonder. I don't think I'll be able to do that. I think I will be able to. We're gonna test something here because you decided not to label it. One of these is a basement, right? She can't hear. She can't hear me, guys.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah,
Beth,
I said I was putting my hat on because my ears.
I know.
I'm here now.
Here's a question.
Ready.
If I can't label this in the document, will you label it? Because what is this? You got 2nd floor, basement, and bell tower? Yeah.
Can you not label it?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
I want to make sure these aspects are exactly. They look pretty good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
Ooh. I think I want spuds for dinner.
Spätzle?
Spuds? It's
Spuds.
I don't actually know where they are. I think the chickens.
Let's try a really small one.
I don't know because it's Monday.
4.
Hi, hello.
Interesting.
It is only Monday.
I keep thinking it's Friday. I don't know what the fuck's going on with me.
I missed the weekend already.
Patrick had a 4-day, which was cool. We went on 2 hikes this weekend. I've been kicking it up. We've been going on hikes almost every weekend. Like BRB, Cave by Max. Vic said me when I finish a chapter of my homebrew book thingy, hey, I did a thing. Give me that good
Give me that good poop. Oh, I thought it said good poop.
Good poop weekend. Come back to us, yeah. Do I want?
Can you crave the weekend? Because I'm feeling it right now.
Do you mean like the singer? Because I definitely feel that.
No. Just the time of the week.
The time of the week. Yeah. Again, I don't know why I kept thinking today was Friday.
I'm gonna do this.
But yeah. So. That's the thing. Dr. Colin, how long do you have just so I know we can pace correctly?
I can go for the hour and a half. Or hour. Either one's fine.
Well, it's 1840 right now.
1840. Yeah, I can go to 20. If we want to.
Wow, we got extra bonding today.
3 hours. That's 3 hours. 2 people. 2 hours, 3. 3.
We're rolling.
Hey.
Rolling.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, maybe I can look this up.
I guess that makes sense. I was like, why am I so hungry? It's because it's 6:40.
Dinner time.
But it's like hella bright outside, which is fucking me up.
Yeah, the sun is shining over here now. It snowed, it hailed, and now the sun is shining.
It literally,
Sun is shining.
on our hike on Sunday, I had a sleeveless shirt on, and then it snowed that night. Like, welcome to fucking Germany, where it's... I don't know what's happening in this country.
Seasons in a day.
Max said, Roman, man, my ass is swollen rod.
Jesus.
Cannot believe it's almost 10 o'clock. I guess, yeah, because I woke up at noon, that makes sense. But still, because it's so, like, the sun is right there. Like, it's not even down. It's, like, in the sky.
That helps none. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's try this.
Do we want chips, Oreos, or like cereal? What are we feeling?
Do something sweet because I can't handle people eating savory things if I can't have any.
Oh, okay, so no chips then. I could do Oreos then.
What?
Do Oreos.
Yeah, my diet doesn't allow for snacks.
Well, Ryan's not home from the gym yet, so when he gets back, he'll probably make...
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be better if you can possibly label the map.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's not working out very good.
BRB, I think I need to get another pair of earphones. Okay.
And as 4 ears, because why would you need 2 pairs of head ears?
Maybe they want more of an ASMR experience, and the ones that they have on right now aren't going to do it.
You should be whispering right now.
I could, yes. Would you like me to whisper, Dr. Colin?
So.
We can make bisexual the full ASMR experience.
We could definitely give you a whole ass experience. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, what's that?
Oh, was that really loud? Sorry.
That was really loud in my headphones.
Can you hear this?
My bad.
What did you do?
I just blew it.
Oh.
I just blew it. We are giving you the ASMR experience. I don't know if you're into that vibe, but you were getting it regardless. What did I come back to? We're giving you a I was trying to mix
What?
Mick Buy and ASMR together, and my brain just didn't.
Makes ASMR.
Huh.
So, here's a reference guide to Felton, our boss of this fight. We shouldn't do this. We really shouldn't.
We shouldn't do this.
Who will be this cool? Who will be designing the cool weapon for Yvelta?
Do you want to design the cool weapon for Yvelta, Phil?
Also, she's gonna have some special abilities with it. That's the resources. Where are my resources? Here they are. Nope. That is not what. Sorry, guys. I'm just having trouble here for a second. There it is. Okay. Oh, yeah. We need to figure out how strong to make her. That is important. Importante. So theoretically,
we'd have to look back at the thing that Draharik made that has like the fuck is the word that I want? It's not rationed. Equalized?
Adjusted?
Ratio, maybe? I don't know. The thing that has like the progression of XP to like make everything balanced and see like what she's supposed to be and what Brick Brock is supposed to be.
But we need that right now.
We do, but he's not here. We do.
Oh, because we haven't made the stat block for Brick Brock. Holy cow. Holy cow. We have that to do. Is he up here somewhere? Could go in here. No.
Okay, I gotta go, guys.
Bye, Phil.
Okay, see ya. Yeah, we gotta get Brick Brock's stat block.
Mwah.
That rhymes. See ya, Phil. Brick Brock's stat block.
Brick Brock's stat block.
Okay.
I mean, we could do the
side quests?
Yeah, I was gonna say the side quest.
Yeah, we could do that. Okay, so we have them written out. Let's go through what we have written out so far. We have Monkey Business. They're all level 3. The group is looking to sell its loot from the raid on Brackert's Vault, and Captain Snags recommends visiting the Wormtongue Wares on Blue Dun Island. This organization, although highly connected with pirate crews and pirating techniques, is a land-based network of merchants and spies. They will meet Arvini Wormtongue, who is willing to deal with them if they help him out by clearing out a warehouse that has been overrun by vicious monkeys. Edmund's Promise. While visiting Carlisle's home, the group witnesses an interaction between Darius and Edmund in which Edmund reminds Darius of his promise to take him to the famed slingshot waterfall of Vardrin. Darius says that he will soon enough, but Edmund presses and complains that his brother doesn't want to spend time with him. The trip would only take a few days, and Edmund has been waiting years to journey with his brother. Fortunately, a jungle troll has taken up occupancy in the cave under the waterfall that will assail the group. And then finally, Captain Snags has a secret life that he keeps. I forgot about this one. Captain Snags has a secret life that he keeps from even his most trusted crew. In an enchanted grotto in an underwater cave off the coast of Vardrin, Snags has established a family and orphanage of sorts, managed by his mother and harem of wives. He hasn't been able to visit home in a while as the entrance into the grotto has collapsed and is now home to 2 deadly electric eels. Captain Snags takes a huge risk showing the location of his secret home, but he needs help clearing the entrance to visit his family. What are we doing? These are so... Well, I know, they're so, like, quirky.
Yep.
Like, just because it's a side quest, we have to make them quirky?
Yep. It's our style, I feel. I don't know, but I love it.
Okay. So, if we were going to break this up, why is there no... We could also go over the epilogue.
Yeah.
We haven't finished that
We could
either.
also-
Epilogue and
Who
side
doesn't love a
quests.
quirky side quest? Yeah, basically.
Right. I mean, our whole setting is pretty quirky.
Mm-hmm.
With the Kindle Lotus and the Fadari. It's kind of quirky. It's definitely not as like that's why the last PDF needs to really have like we need to get that serious kind of dangerous vibe to it because everything so far has been really kind of
It's very
happy-go-lucky.
Pineapple Express PG-13.
Yeah.
To this point.
Dun. You owe us money. Womp womp.
We took like all the ha-has and made them into campaign.
No, there's still one more haha though.
I'm
gonna go with Evelta. I'm gonna put it right here. Boss encounter. And put combat notes. And then right here. Look at this.
Does she look around and say,
ready
"Are you not to detect?"
For hooking. Ready for hooking.
Hello. Or a nasty hooker.
Evelta's ability. Yeah, she's one nasty hooker.
One nasty hooker.
I want to put that right here. Watch this. We can put it in her stat block.
We're like, this whole thing is full
Let's
of
use
puns,
that.
right, guys? Like, I'm sorry if you're new here. I think my favorite one is a crapulous proposal. I will allow nasty hooker. Vic said Homer took book thingy teaser. Talerna has much flat land favorable for farming in the vicinity of the cities. The plains are expanded with deforestation, and during times of war, the forests are cleared for larger scale open plain battles. The city of Lubole is known for its wide
You're
plains.
such a bully.
Yeah. Known for its wide plains just past the trees. The area is kept clean under the watch of Olamas Bronco, and troops often train in these man-made plains. Cool. Much excited.
I hope Andrew doesn't mind, but I'm putting his work in progress picture in here. Of Evelta. Of course, that's the one I did not upload.
Of course. That's right.
So, uno momento, por favor.
Por favor.
That's my George Bush Spanish.
This is geography. Yeah, technically, it's like geography and history. I would say yes.
Yeah, I might need a second. No, I think
Puppy's quiet. He's minus in his bed. Right now.
let me check to make sure. Oh yeah, I hear. Good.
Fuck, I'll take technicality. Yeah, it works.
She's definitely thinner than that.
She looks fucking vicious, man. Like, she got them crazy eyes.
Yeah, she did.
She got crazy eyes. She's coming for you.
Cool. Do it again. Let's see. Like again. Oh, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's too bright, but oh well.
Well, I mean, he's not done yet, so.
Yeah. What? Maybe I need to remove the saturate. What happened if I do this?
If I done did do that.
No, I like the saturate. Oh gosh.
Now she's just like an angry old lady.
The gray.
The gray hair just makes her so angry.
Gray hair is like, but it's like more icy, right? It's more like blue. It's more like frost.
Yeah, but it just if it's not saturated, then it just looks like an angry old lady.
What a hooker!
What a hooker!
What a hooker.
I think I like nasty hooker. McBuy said, I'm looking through the rewards and I can't help asking as a new viewer, who is Math Daddy? Math Daddy is Jaharik. Jaharik is Math Daddy. He's the math boy. He does all the math. he's an Excel
doing mechanics
goddess.
and goddess.
Oh god, yeah, he's an Excel goddess. I sure did. We were talking earlier and he said he like his favorite like class is with like his favorite combination is like elf wizards, and he was like, technically if we really think about it, like he's a warlock and his patron is Excel. He is just almost all of the next up waterways. Oh boy, I know nothing about waterways. We believe in you. His just about everything we do mechanically, like NPC stat blocks, soon to be PC stat blocks.
He organized like the monster manual, like with the variety of challenge ratings.
Yeah, like the monster manual, any kind of like organization for creating stat blocks when it comes to like making new monsters. He does all of that stuff in an Excel spreadsheet. Like he literally just like puts in the values that we want and it like spits out a baby. Like a baby person or a monster. And then he just like, it has like a set of like true and false checks. So like if he puts in a monster that we want to make and he puts in like the values, if part of it is like OP or weird, it'll like spit out like a true and false check of like this isn't right, and then we like go back and fix it. And he does all of that stuff. He does all of the nerd man stuff, like a lot of the encounter builds. And like we were talking about earlier, like going through the book and like making sure that the progression, like a level progression, fits the amount of experience that you would get for different encounters, to like make sure we get them where we want them to be. Because a lot of us do milestone leveling, but we know that there obviously are people who do XP leveling, and none of us are super familiar with it. So he basically just mathed it out and has like a spreadsheet flowchart thing that says, okay, this encounter is worth this much XP, like this conversation would be worth this much XP, like, and then it goes through so that we can flow properly. That's the word I was looking for earlier, was a flow. But yes, that's Math Daddy. Kaz is doing his own stream right now, I think. He's working on a map for his stream campaign called Throne Top Sand. Andrew is here on Fridays. Honestly, I don't know how XP leveling works. I rarely do milestone.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
And it sucks. It kind of sucks that we can't just say just do milestone leveling.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna want.
Yeah.
It's not like it's more difficult to figure it out. I mean, it is. But
yeah, it is for us because we don't.
We just should do it.
Do it.
We should. Yeah, you just kind of have to do it.
So we just kind of have to put it in there because the goal.
I want here. I have a theory. I want to get y'all's opinion on.
I'm ready.
I read a little opinion article thing that said, stop giving your bosses HP. Just stop doing it. Don't even give them an HP count. Just do the encounter, make it be epic.
Right.
And, you know, after the boss is like down to maybe a PC or two, unconscious, just pick a spot that seems really dramatic to end it and have your boss go down.
Yeah.
I really like that idea because recently I've noticed that these fights that I'm planned for the group, some of them just don't go how they're supposed to go. And they're not climatic. You know, they're not dramatic. They're just a flop.
Right.
And if I did that, it wouldn't have been a flop. It would have been epic, you know?
It's actually funny that you say that because, McBuy said, I guess XP is more for the grind. Yeah, or for, like, rules lawyers or people who are, like, very, like, about the number system. But, like I said, it's funny that you say that, though, because when we did the
playtest?
The playtest, yeah. there's supposed to be spoilers if you're watching the playtest. Where you guys are right now is technically supposed to be 3 waves of enemies, and you technically didn't even make it through the first wave. That encounter is supposed to have 20 spider biters, and I think I put out 15 in like sets of like 3 or 5, and I think you guys got to 15, and a bunch of the spiders I just straight killed with like anywhere between like 2 to 5 HP left. I just fucking yeeted them out because it was taking too fucking long. Like
it was yeah. I mean, I understand that aspect of it. Like the way it was designed is to be more. Now, was it 20 spider biters spread out between the waves, or first wave was 20 spider biters?
No, it was supposed to be 20 altogether, and you were supposed to do it in. It was supposed to be 20 altogether. The first like wave is 20, but they come out in like 3 to 5 chunks, and then after that, when you guys get into the hallway, which is next stream, is where you get like 3 alkalites or 5 alkalites and a couple more spiders, and then when you get downstairs and outside, there's more alkalites. So like that's the 3 levels of
that's
that
what
encounter.
I remember.
Yeah. But there's supposed to be 20 spiders in that first round. And
the first round, okay, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
There's supposed to be 20, and you're supposed to split them up depending on the party.
I think one of the considerations is, and it says there in the combat notes, have the spiders filter through maybe 5 at a time. That's what you did, and it worked really well. I think one of the considerations is how many rooms they have. So let's say each PC just wanted their own room, and there's 5 rooms. Then putting like 3 to 4 in each room would be a lot. That would be a lot, but they're so low level. They don't do a lot of damage. They just would take a while to kill. Okay.
They have like 25
maybe we need
HP,
to,
I think.
we probably should decrease their HP.
Yeah.
Like we probably should do that. Try to make it at that level 10 though. You got to think you want things to be potentially one shot, like right on the balance of being able to be one shot, which someone, wasn't it?
Andrew.
Phil took one out in one. Andrew took one out in one shot. So I think, I think it's actually probably fine.
I think
we just didn't roll well.
Yeah, I think
we just didn't
a big
roll
part
well.
of it was Lloyd missed like 5 shots in a row because he dual wields like the axes or the whatever it is, the swords, and he gets like multi attacks, and he missed like 5 of them in a row. And so that's why I don't like dice bots. That's why I told you guys, if you want to roll like in person, fucking be my guest, because I hate that shit. And I even rolled all of the monsters like on one initiative. Like I did it all at one time. That way, like with the intention of speeding up combat, I didn't give them all their own initiatives. I did it all at once, and I put them in the group. So I rolled 3d20s for this room, 3d20s for this room. If any of them hit, if somebody was in range, then it hit them. If they weren't, then it didn't count. Like, I did it to make it interesting, but I still technically followed the rules. And then once one got anywhere between 1 to 5 HP left, I just fucking killed them because I was like, this is taking so fucking long.
So basically, just the first wave is too long.
Yeah.
We need to knock down the number of spider biters to like 12 to 15.
Even 10 would have been fucking bad. Because if I put 5 into each of your rooms, because you guys did exactly what we expect people to do, which is as soon as the spiders go in, you try to kill them, and then you left the room, which is what we want you to do, because then you run into the alkalites in the hallway. Right. So it didn't have to be 20. Like 10 would have been fine, because I gave you both. For those of you who weren't there, Phil and Kaka were in one room, and then Throck, Lava Boy, and Polenta were in a different room. And so I did 3 in each room first, then I added 2 more, and then I added like 5 in the hallway. Like, And
Yeah.
even then, like,
I mean,
it literally was like an hour and a half, and I was like, why?
and it's going to be so dynamic because what if like the sorcerer or the wizard's in their own room and they do a fireball and manage to take out all of them?
All of them, 5 of them, yeah.
That'd be super quick, you know. Like it's going to be different.
Yeah. I just felt like it was good. Like we had a good time.
Oh, I had a lot of
people
fun.
who saw it like said that they had a lot of fun and it was cool. But it took significantly longer than I anticipated. I thought we could have blown through it, and because
I knew that was gonna happen.
My combats in my games, when I have 8 players, don't take that long. For that, like, they would have fucking knocked it out fast, so fast. So I don't know if that just means that I've been giving them easy shit or what.
But it's also, we were asleep. Like, we're supposed to, like... I think it went...
I mean, you guys did do...
But we should remove,
You did a fair amount of RP at the beginning, which I know we had talked about, like, not doing as much RP and trying to keep it combat focused.
I know.
But I think...
But we were also
I think you guys
fangirling over Foundry.
Yeah, I think you guys were just so into it, and I'm fine with that. Doesn't bother me.
Right, we're never going to tell people don't do that.
Yeah, never going to be.
It has to be fun.
Yeah. I think it's fine. Like, he said, "I'm sorry, I just saw this. It's okay."
Do what now?
Sorry, my husband.
So I'm working on the epilogue. Whether rescued by Imperial forces or successful in freeing the port themselves, the group will be introduced to several key members of the Dwarven presence on mainland Kinza as they are summoned to meet Admiral Granick Seahammer.
Yeah.
So we need to come up with maybe like the flagship of the Dwarven fleet and the captain. We'll just introduce them in this epilogue.
Do I have to do another ship map?
No. We don't need the ship map.
Okay.
This is just a teaser into the next PDF, basically.
Yeah. That actually reminds me. Do I need to do a map for the Spindle Strike?
Yeah.
The Dwarven fleet. Yeah, I was thinking yes, because especially now that they're doing the side quest where they might just take on his ship and go. I don't know. They could take his ship. He could take their ship. I don't.
They could take both. They'll probably take both.
Well, if he doesn't want the crew to know his secret, then he wouldn't take the crew.
Right. That's a great way to do it. I'm gonna add that.
Yeah. So, in that case, then I don't know if we need a map for the Spindle Strike.
We do though, because the Spindle. Oh, but that's not till the third PDF. We'll need it for the third PDF.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We wouldn't need it for this one, but we need it for the third PDF.
I could do what Andrew did with Brockard's Vault and just do the top deck.
Yeah.
For now.
That's true. But that's true if you want to. I mean, I think that I feel like that's really like peripheral.
Yeah.
It would probably boost it, but it's not required.
Okay.
Hey, Mick Bisexual, you haven't seen this PDF we've been working on, so should I want to give some of the new people in here
Hi, hello.
a little bit. Are you still there? I want to make sure you're there and not just talking to the blankness. Maybe not. Oh, indeed, I haven't seen it. Okay, so just a little rundown of this PDF we're working on. This will be our first for sale one. The Gift of the Web is free, the spider one we were talking about. We are a community of collaborators, and content creators. We've got artists, map makers, writers, miniature painters. And this product, we wanted to go with our own world, so we have our own world created. The art here is this one's by Drew from Work, Andrew. Beautiful. Shit. This is, huh?
Sorry, I typed it into the
wrong thing. And then so look at our content. So we're gonna have background information on the world, the region, and the city that they start off in. This is an adventure starting at level 1 that should end at level 4. It's going to be a 3 PDF series. The middle PDF will be faction quest, but it'll also be more of a campaign setting. So it's going to have pirate crews. It's going to have
more stuff,
more information about the world and the Fadari. Yeah, it's going to have a playable character race, the Fadari, which are like Aarakocra, but will be different.
But they're exotic birdies. Like toucans and macaws and flamingos, which have pack tactics because flamingos travel in cliques.
And then, so the campaign, the adventure, you start off in a city that's very much like a pirate haven on the edge of this dwarven. So we made the area is kind of like post colonization by dwarves. So these dwarves took to ships and sailed down here from their homeland and colonized the area. But then, so since then, their presence has kind of dwindled. So they have just kind of like, they still have strongholds and stuff, but now you've got more free ports and more pirating.
Area.
The city they're in, the adventures are in, gets attacked by a crew of Wyvern, the self-proclaimed pirate queen and daughter of Mbaka, a god of chaos.
She's a god of thieves.
And thieves. Yeah. And then they join up with Darius, who is a dwarven captain, and they this second adventure, they basically is like it's not main storyline almost, it's more peripheral, but it's fun. They go loot a ship on the back of a giant colossal hermit crab, and then finally they take back the port with this fun adventure against one of Wyvern's little
mini captains. She's like a mini boss.
So it's a mini boss.
Wyvern is like the big
boss. This one ends
boss.
in a mini boss.
Yeah, but she's like a mini boss.
And then we have our 3 side quests. But yeah, we've got awesome art, maps by Beth and others. Fadari drawn by Kaz. We've got more Andrew art. And then our monster artist. I want to just show her some of the monsters. Yeah, I want to show you the hermit crab. There's Darius. He's so cute.
He is. I realized that we need, because we have a side quest for Edmont now, we need to have him.
We're going to do that.
We're
going to draw a dwarf.
Hermit crab. How big? Very large. It has a pirate ship on the back of its shell.
Alright. I think we're close to there it is. So there's the hermit crab.
That was drawn by Sophie, who was here earlier. A lot of our monster art is usually done by Sophie. Because she a badass. She like the art goddess. Like out here.
But, like, not only is she good at art, but like her intuition on creatures.
Yeah,
it's just so unreal. I mean, look at this thing. You can see like only the parts that would be hidden if it bunkered up are a different color than the like camouflage gray. It's very much like you can imagine it taking its front claws and hunkering in its shell, and it would just seem this gray. Oh, it's just.
It would just look like a big ass rock.
It's just brilliant. Yeah,
she's so good. Like.
You hear her baby pelican wyverns.
Yeah. Oh my god, they're so fucking cute. I can't even hang.
I don't care if we just spend the rest of the stream.
Yeah, just
fangirling.
Yeah, there's her Iron Tofu 42 is her Instagram. She does a lot.
That's
like the pelican
wyvern.
Like that's the adult ones, like the baby ones. She did the cover for Lurkers of the Deep, which is the monster manual that's coming out at the end of the month, and she did all of the art for the monster manual. Like all of it is exclusively her. I'm so excited.
Or Andrew art.
Andrew art, yeah. We also need Brick Rock. Done.
Picture?
Yeah. I mean, I guess technically
we could make this transparent.
We could just use that as a token, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's damn, she hella yeah, she is. She's so fucking good. Like
oh, just wait. We're going further down.
We're getting to
We're going to
the good stuff.
Hey Lamora, this isn't Sophie, this is your friend.
Yeah, my friend Summer.
Hope?
Shirred Signs of Summer, yeah. Is her IG.
Look at this coral hydra. Oh. Where's Chaz? Which one's Chaz?
I don't know.
This one.
Maybe.
In the back with the shady eye.
Yeah. Kaz did the coral blade, which is a sword that's made out of like a chunk of the coral hydra. I don't know if that's in there yet. Oh baby. He also did the
Sexy ass one eye Lemmy.
Responsible for most of the orc population
The
around
half orc
Loli.
population.
Around Loli.
Maybe you know what we should do? We should have there be some like very, very hidden, obscure backstory between One-Eyed Lemmy and Bula, Carlisle's first wife.
First wife, yeah. Like they get back to Carlisle and all of a sudden he like punches him in the fucking face and they're like, what the hell? And he's like, this man, you weren't supposed to show your face around here. He's like, bro, it wasn't my fault. We had too much ale.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, but then that would make, well, no, I guess technically since Edmond is half, he's a dwarf. If he was,
and then we've got the awesome octopus squid.
It's a vampiric strangler. Is what it's called. Squid. But it is a squid.
It's more squid. More squid.
Well, it has 8 arms, but yeah.
Octo squid.
Octos, yeah. The vampiric strangler. Oh, I fucking love the wereshark, man. It came out so good with those little claws and his eyeballs. I want one for home defense. Yeah, like she. Oh my god! If you go onto our Instagram, is that the right one? Oh no, that's not it.
Nope.
It's got an S
nope.
at the end.
Socials? Yeah, probably socials.
God damn it.
That's you can do it. I have faith in you.
Aha! There we are.
That's it. That's
yeah,
all. I have more art. Oh, ooh. Are we okay? We're not putting the hippocampi or the hipposcampi in this PDF, are we?
No, they're the only one monster manual. But if you go onto the Instagram, you can see the hipposcampi.
We're silly.
Yeah.
If I had to describe us in one word, silly is a pretty good.
Yeah, and it's silly but interesting. I feel.
Yeah. Flavorful.
Unique. Quirky.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
Yeah. Eclectic. There we go. That's a good one. Eclectic. It's a good word. But I mean, that's. Okay. I mean, when you really think about it, though, like that's what happens when you end up with the 6 main of us. I have to say, I'm very impressed and highly intrigued by this all. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that. When you consider that it's like the main 5-ish, it's like 5 of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 or 6 of us, plus like the community contributions, you end up with like a bunch of really weird shit. And we do, if you like, for those of you who were here last stream, like Max, when we were doing brainstorming stuff, like sometimes people will tell us things and we're like, fuck yeah, let's do that. And we just end up with so much like community inspiration that we just end up with some weird shit sometimes. But
and we just, we write it down. We write it down even if we're not going to use it, like Captain Tess Tackles.
Yeah, and the Hula Bula. She's in there.
Hula Bula, Captain Tess Tackles.
They wouldn't take Captain Longschlong. Which is what I wanted, but that's fine. We got Captain Salty Testicles, but not Captain Longschlong, okay? Like, it's fine. I'm not mad about it.
All right, so let's do it right now. We need help figuring out the name of the Dwarven flagship.
Mm-hmm. It's an Imperial flagship, so these people, for backstory, the island.
We need the name of the Dwarven Empire, just so the island empire.
Yeah, so the island that they're on right now is called Loli, which is named. The first person to come onto Port Zareth was, like that's where they landed. His name was Commodore Zareth, and he named Loli after his daughter, his eldest daughter, Loli Cerulean Zareth, and so they make. Essentially like a
that's very like
port town, which is Port Zareth, and that's eventually they move to Kenza, and like all of the dwarves and everything, they create bigger cities in Kenza, and that's why Port's Earth becomes a pirate town. But it's very like colonial overtake. Like they came from a bigger continent, they came down and land in Lowlie, they land in Kenza, they find like these other species of people that they didn't know exist, and they just kind of like put roots down there. And that's, but it's like, but
I mean, basically their homeland, they dwindled support from the homeland because the exports and the stuff probably lose. They like, initially there was a lot of export and a lot of industry, but then it's kind of just lost its luster.
Yeah. Part of it's because of pirates. Part of it is because of like the people. Like the Thadari are like an oppressed race. They're used to like work on the lotus farms, which is a drug that they produce. Haban!
What?
And to continue, like, add on to this, I think that maybe we make it a very, you know, poignant feature, that to say that maybe one of the reasons their empire is dwindling a little bit is because of subtle backlash.
Sorry, go ahead.
Subtle backlash from other empires and countries because of their imprisonment of the Thadari. You know, like, they've lost some of their global standing because of how their reputation on how they treated the whole Thadari situation.
Right. Hang on.
Yeah.
Can you go? We're having a conversation right now.
Am I not allowed to be a part of it?
No, you're not.
They say love.
Is it about me?
No, it's not about you.
River.
I'm not leaving you now.
I know.
Oh my god. Can you make me dinner actually since you're here?
No.
And then
conversation.
big bisexual
Don't
Ivory
make me
Rose.
I'll make you dinner.
It's a good name for a ship. I first was thinking that for a dwarven ship, I didn't know if it would really fit. The only thing that the way I think it could fit is on their mainland. What if the dwarves were like hunters on their mainland, and they did outfit, like they use ivory, i.e. the tusks or bones of
Saint Satel
of
no. He is not PC enough to come in here.
It's an immediate red light.
Immediate red light. My husband and Draharg have a very similar not internet presence.
Wait, so which one is the dwarves? The dwarf can no.
I am talking
What's the
to
other
now.
dwarves?
You know what? I'm just gonna turn the internet off.
Don't. That's
Dwarven,
rude.
great. Atrexia.
Atrexia.
So the dwarves are over here, and they colonized all the way
All the
over
way down
here.
there,
So
yeah.
they're very far from their home. So yeah, Ivory Rose would work for a dwarven ship if like they outfitted the ship with like ivory decorations and stuff. I could see that
Yeah.
being a thing. And maybe like the front, instead of having a mermaid or siren or whatever on the front, it's kind of like a skull of maybe some beast that they caught in Atrexia.
Atrexia.
So I'm fine with the Iron Rose. I think we should use it. It just seemed initially a little too soft and like
Well, so Atrexia is like grassland and forest, right? And there's like a little bit of mountaininess.
well, there's also the floating mountains.
Yeah.
Is that
So I was
still?
thinking if there's like
I
a,
know,
this is where we would need Draharik and Sophie to come in. But if there was like a, almost like an elephant or a saber-toothed tiger that could like fly, or even something that's like saber-toothed tiger elephant thing. So like the big skull and like the tusks would be the front of the. It blocked DTF. That's funny. I allowed it though.
that is funny.
funny.
Oh, I was just gonna say something. Oh, so like an elephacor, like a manticore with
Like
like
a
an
manticore.
elephant.
Yeah, like
That'd be wicked. They're known What if they're like kind of no, you're fine.
No,
You're
it's
fine. We've never assumed that DTF would have been in the
in the block.
questionable terms.
I'm
What
not-
if these creatures had a reputation? They're not very smart, even though elephants aren't very smart. They just have good memory.
Mhm.
Where they
Well, no,
literally
they're
just
very
like
intelligent.
dive bomb things on the
Right.
ground,
Okay.
like to attack,
Do you ever see
to the point where like
um
they just eat
yeah,
themselves almost.
Treasure Planet, like the Disney one?
No.
No? Okay, so there's basically like Treasure Planet is like set in space, and there are these big like whales that like fly in space. Treasure Planet, fuck yeah. There's these big like whale things that float in like in the space, and they're whales basically. But if we mixed that sort of idea with like a saber-tooth thing, or like a walrus almost. Elephants can paint pictures. Space whales. Yeah, so if we made it like a okay, what about the Avengers? Right? The big fucking blah things that fly through the sky. Come on, Dr. Colin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
So turn one of those like things, right, into like a and then so then the tusks would come down like a saber-toothed tiger or a walrus, but it would still have like the skull of an elephant.
Uh-huh. I'm picturing it now.
Yeah.
I can't unsee that now.
Cannot unsee it.
I want it to be very like, imagine like a very Vishnu elephant, like Indian inspired, with like the armor bands and the gems and jewels like all over.
Oh, like
and then just this worm body.
Right, the war ones from like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. What if they
Sophie, come back.
There's some civilization that domesticated them and they ride them like the elephants in Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
They have little...
We were talking about doing that in Karmarth. Having like war elephants in Karmarth.
That would be wicked.
Can
we still keep the thing though that like sometimes they misjudge their attack and just yeet straight into the ground?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Like maybe they have terrible depth perception.
They have horrible depth perception.
Horrible depth perception.
Horrible depth perception.
Because
I think that would be...
walruses do that. They get they have terrible eyesight, and they get on these cliffs and they can smell the water and they know that it's underneath them, but they don't realize how high they are, so they end up yeeting themselves off these cliffs and like tumble down and end up dying because they think the water's there because they can smell it and they can hear it, but they can't see, so they just fucking yeet right off the edge.
Well, now I took the picture of this creature in my head and replaced the elephant head with the walrus head, and it's still just as good. It's just as good. It's just as good.
Yeah. If you want to learn more about that, it's on Our Planet with David Attenborough.
Everything nature cool is David Attenborough.
But yeah, so they talked about it on there. You can, if you Google it, you can see the videos of it. It's, oh my god, it's so sad, and the music that they put behind it is like, but they just fucking tumble all the way down.
All right, Beth.
Yeah.
What category of ship is the Iron Rose? Should be big. It's the flagship of the Atrexian Navy located in Kinza.
It's the one...
Probably below Man of War.
It's gonna be the one that's in the faction quest. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Did you already have a name for it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
No.
But you know what type it is?
So it would either have to be a galleon or a frigate. Wyvern's ship.
What is Wyverns?
Yeah. Wyverns is a frigate. I have it written down. Wyverns is a frigate. We don't have anything set as a galleon or a man of war. We made them just to have giant fucking ships, like just to have the big boys.
Yeah, I don't think it should be a man of war. I think
No, those things are fucking giant. I could do one, but it alone would take me.
Bearded Herald, the Gem of the South Sea. That's a good name too.
Well, we already have the Saltbeard brothers.
Oh right, we don't want too many beard themed. Yeah, we have a pirate crew. They're like wild dwarves.
Yeah.
I took that out of this. I took them out of this.
Yeah, we had to come up with a different oaken tankard, the sea scourge. Like
those are
Thor and
great. Like,
Oaken
like
Shield.
that's why we went with dwarven pirates and
Yeah.
dwarven, because the names,
It's
the
just-
naming schemes we could do with it are just awesome.
Yeah, we have
Like Granic Seahammer. Granic Seahammer's a great dwarf.
It
name.
is a great dwarf name. Commodore Zareth is also like a Commodore Zareth.
What was
387.
Zareth is his last name? What was his first name?
I don't remember.
I thought we
I wrote this a long time ago, Colin. Okay, it's been like a year. Make sure the dwarven seafarers have their floaties.
had.
Actually, the dwarves boat is
Large
called
March?
Large March, the party barge, and it's basically like a pontoon catamaran that floats on barrels of ale.
Yeah.
So,
Think of a houseboat on barrels of ale.
yeah. So they kind of have floaties.
Captain So what did you have a name of the captain of the ship in the faction quest?
No, just that they are meeting Admiral Seahammer.
But he's the big guy in mainland, like the capital.
Right.
Right.
He's
So-
the one who's like, hey, this is our last chance to like maintain this as a stronghold. Like we have lost so many sailors, like we've lost so many ships. We think there has to be some kind of sea monster out there that's like fucking their shit up, because they make it to this point, we lose contact, and then they don't make it out on the other side. And we can't, nobody has survived. We can't find any evidence of the ships, nothing. Like there's nothing. They just disappear. And we can't figure out why. Something Maiden, War Maiden, Scorn Maiden.
This is no, this will be the captain.
Yeah.
This is another dwarven NPC, and I think it shouldn't be a sea associated name. I think it'd be kind of cool to do a dynamic where this captain maybe comes from a family that is more famed for traditional dwarven crafts or something like that, and he just chose the life of the sea. So like,
well, you have
he
to
could
think
be
too, the people
mountains.
on this particular ship are not like the other dwarves that we have in the story, because Carlisle and Darius, like, they have Fadari who work with them, like, as apprentices, and the wild dwarves, like, they just, like, to get drunk and party, they're basically just frat boys. But the Imperial dwarves, and this ship in particular, is transporting drugs and captured Fadaris. Like,
Wow.
this is like drugs and people, and so anybody on this ship would know what this cargo is, and so they ain't the nice guys.
Okay.
Like these guys.
So we need like a villain almost. We
Yeah.
need like a
like these
guy you can hate.
captains are the people who work on this ship. Like they have to be very imperial. They have to be so like ethnocentric, because
So first name I just chose it. Dormian.
Steel Rider? Steel Razor?
What was it? Steel.
Captain Anvil?
Steel Pounder?
No.
Or
Ooh,
Dormian.
Dormian Sky
or
Steel.
Sky what?
Sky Steel.
Seal?
Steel? Like the metal?
Sky Steel. Okay.
Steel Anvil.
I was thinking Steel Anvil. Why Sky Steel? Just out of curiosity.
I felt it. It just was a vibe that just erupted forth.
Maybe the family is known for building like large towers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They build like big, yeah.
Or they could be very religious. King Forge. Like maybe they're all like advisors. Like their family has a history of being advisors to the king.
So what was the name?
King Forge.
King Forge?
King Forge.
King Forge? Sure. Dormian King Forge.
Siege weapons. Then we still technically get that like anvil vibe, but it's a forge.
Yeah. No, I that's complex. Forge in a different context than actually crafting weapons or armor.
Yeah.
It's more of crafting societies.
See, there's a reason why. Sometimes it makes sense that I'm in charge. Like, sometimes it makes sense. Did he answer me?
Tusks and bones of creatures from their homeland, including a massive elephant. I'm just putting elephant for now. We'll change it to whatever. Skull.
McBuy says kind of steering off a bit, but family religious enough to name their kids after religious figures. So we have a very strong religion line in this Siege Trebuchet. We have a very
Siege Freight's great.
yeah. Yeah, I like that one too. The theology of this world is very like it's look, all right, I spent a lot of time on it. My brain fucking that's probably the hardest thing I've ever done for this campaign was have to make like the cosmos. Like Phil was around for a good chunk of it and he helped out, but like the base of it, like trying to figure out what to like do for these was a fucking adventure within itself. Landformers is my new favorite cryptid. So Ambaka, which is why it's called the Daughters of Ambaka, is the goddess of thieves, and she represents the lawful evil like alignment. So basically the way we did it was you have it's very similar to like the structure of Greek mythology and the Greek pantheon. So you have like the two like first things which are oh my god, hang on, I gotta use my brain because it's been a hot minute. Come on, I know it, it's in there. I have it written down. Hang on, whip out my handy dandy pad. So base that is projects Wyvern chapter 3. Kingdom Gods of Cerulean. Okay, so you have Tylena and Phaeron, which represent chaos and order. Let me look that so I can actually read it. And then from them like come the three, right? So like the story behind them is that they exist like in the void, and they are the void, and they like dance through and like play through the nothingness, and like as they do that, like essentially the equivalent of like bits of stardust like fall off of them, and eventually enough stardust falls off of them that it congeals into new things, And so from Tylena, like Chaos and Faerun, which is Order, you get the 3, which is Kalamora, Giamma, and Saranac, which are Darkness, Light, and Desire. So from the 3 is where you get the 9, or they're called the Aligned. And so basically we did 9 aligned, or like the Olympians, right? So if like the 3 are the Titans, then like the Aligned are like, what do I say? If the 3 are the Titans, then like the Aligned are the Olympians. There's 9 of them, and each one represents an alignment. Like in order, there's all 9 of them are there. So you have like Lotopi and Cavillo, which are twins, and they are lawful good and neutral good. Watani is chaotic good, but like they have their alignments, but they're also specific to something. So Lotopi is justice, Cavillo is knowledge, Kiral is nature, I think. Like I said, Ambaka is thieves. Dortaric is vices. And then Hydrovinia is like vengeance, I think. Like they all have whatever that their thing is, and they have their theme that they represent, right? Like justice or chaos or whatever it is. They have an animal that's like associated with them. Ambaka's is a raven, like, or crow. And then they have an element or like a worldly phenomenon and some kind of plant. So like for her, it's like crows, lightning, and briars, like thorns.
What were we gonna call the second PDF real quick? Do you remember? Is that?
I thought you wrote it down. I thought we put it in there.
Hold on.
Well, because you moved the other stuff to a new
Expanding
document.
Horizons. Expanding.
But yeah, like all together it was like a whole, like Remaref is so not all of them are like male or female. Some of them are gods or goddesses, but there's also patrons. So like Remaref is a patron of time, and like their thing is like bees, lily of the valley, and the sun. And some of them do have like origin stories.
Lily in the Valley was my fraternity's flower. Plant.
Yeah. Some of them have like holidays based after them and origin stories. Like not all of them came from a combination of two of like the previous gods. Some of them came from by themselves, like Saranac, which is desire, created Spherix on their own. And Kalamora created Remaraf on their own. Kalamora is darkness, and the way that they made Remaraf is, and part of the reason why their thing is like bees live the valley and sun, is they wanted to follow Saranac in creating a being of their own without like the help of anyone else. And so they took like a piece of their soul, right, and like placed it into a statue that they made out of beeswax. Got work to do. Catch you guys next time. Bye. Thanks for hanging out.
See ya.
So this statue was like, so the statue is made of beeswax, and they take their soul and they like put it in the beeswax, and then they like breathed life into it, and Remaref is like always knows when the sun will set and rise, and are constantly surrounded by bees because Kalamora is darkness. So like Remaraf always knows when the darkness will come. So they always know like sunrise and sunset. And then their thing is like the summer solstice. It's called Roma. Like it's the longest day of the year. On this day, people make wreaths of crowns of flowers, and they give lily of the valleys to like their friends and loved ones. There's like a huge feast where everybody drinks mead because mead is made from honey. It's like a honey wine. And they usually like do a play about the creation of Remorath, and how they got into a fight with the equivalent of like a Nagini, like to rescue a mortal that they fell in love with and eventually turned immortal. So some of them have like way deeper backstories. Sorry, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, some of them have way deeper backstories. Other ones are just like, yeah, these two fucked and then they had a baby. But it, like I said, it was very based similarly to like the Greek pantheon, because that's the one that I know the most. My husband is Norse pagan, so I also know a bunch about like the Viking stuff, but the Greek pantheon is like my fave, so a lot of it came from there. And my husband makes mead, so I was like, I know what is this. But yeah, it's like but that stuff, like that backstory, is not in this PDF. The basics for a Lamora is in this PDF because she's the only one who matters in this instance. Because Daughters of
Ambaka.
or yeah, not Lamora, sorry, Ambaka. Because Wyvern and like her people are what are called Daughters of Ambaka, which is like a cult who follows Ambaka, and they believe in taking what should be yours. It's a lawful evil. So like as long as you follow the rules that I make, then you're technically doing what's right and you won't be punished. Yeah, it's basically a cult. Like, so her thing is like her backstory. It's very, very edgelord. She like doesn't know, nobody knows anything about her before she was like 10, I think. And then she goes to live in this abbey with Sister Annette, I think is what her name is. And they like teach her about Ambaka and like they give her a home. And she learns how to fight from like the guards of the abbey. And she like learns how to heal and how to fight and like learns a bunch of languages and like learns stuff. And when she's old enough, she leaves to go learn more, to like be a guard and to like protect the abbey. But while she's on her way to this new land on a ship, their ship gets attacked by pirates, which is Captain, what did I name him? Barlow?
Barlow Butcher.
Yeah, Barlow
and
Butcher.
The Windrose.
And the Windrose, yeah. And so basically she fights the pirates when they like attack the ship that she's on. And Barlow is like so impressed with her ability to like fuck people up and how hard she fought that he says like, you can come onto my ship and like be a pirate with me and become part of our crew, or I can kill you and everyone else on the ship. But if you come with me, I'll let everybody else live. And so she agrees, and she goes with him, and she says, like, my only stipulation is that I'm allowed to send a letter back to, hello, Phil, welcome back. She's allowed to send a letter back to Sister Annette and say that she never made it to her destination, but that she is alive and she's fine. So she becomes a pirate in Barlow's crew, and they fuck shit up for a while, and she fits in really well with them, and the crew like enjoy her like presence, and they all get along, and they are essentially like a family. Yeah, the good old join us or we'll kill ya. But that's how he does everything, is like, it's like the lawful, like the lawful evil. Like, you can follow my rules and everything will be fine. So it's not like, come with me and everyone will be fine, and then you do it and he kills people. Like, he says, if you do this, then I will spare everyone else. And they're free to go, and we won't hurt anybody, and we won't steal anything else. And if they do it, then that's it. Then he sticks to his word. And she follows that same doctrine. And there's like a weird storm that like fucks up their ship. And Captain Barlow gets injured. He has like a cannonball that gets like shot across the deck and like fucks his leg up, and half the crew gets lost at sea and die. His leg gets fucked up, like their ship is fucked, like everything is fucked up, and they're in the middle of the ocean. They have no idea where they are, and as they're trying to get their bearings, get the ship fixed, be able to go places, they're also trying to like save Barlow, and they can't. Like, they just don't have the ability. They're in the middle of the ocean. There's no resources. So Barlow dies, and it like destroys her and like everyone else, because I think it's in there, like it's unknown whether or not she was in like a romantic relationship with him, but it like hits her real fucking deep. And so she becomes the captain. They look to her and they're like, you're the best we've got. Like, can you fucking figure it out? So she takes the Windrose, and they finally are able to like get to a land. And they do, and that's where they meet Carlisle. And she says, like, if you fix my ship, like, please fix my ship. And so he does, and she realizes that he's addicted to Lotus. And she basically pulls a, like, I'm a daughter of Ambaka, I'm a priestess, like, the priestess will heal you, like, you're welcome for my fucking service. And then she takes the ship. And I'm not paying for the Yeah, and she doesn't pay for it. And she leaves. And and she threatens his family. She's like, if you don't build the ship for me, like, I'll kill your wife and your kid. Like, and, but if you do, I'll leave you alone. And I'll keep coming back to you to fix my ship, and I'll send other pirates to you to get their ships done. And so she doesn't pay him, but she also leaves his family alone. And he becomes one of the most sought after, like, shipwrights in West Kenza. Like, everybody goes to him. He's basically Switzerland and builds everybody's ships. Like, you can build your own if you wanna, or you can get a Carlisle ship. Like, and
I have a twist we could add.
I'm ready, lay it on me.
To this background. What if, when given when given that choice of join me or I kill the entire crew, what if her answer is, I'll join you, but they're weak.
But still kill him. Well, see, that's the thing. So her reasoning for leaving the Abbey in the first place is to go get better training to protect them. So I feel like initially it's all about like self-preservation, because she was on the streets, and then she gets saved by this woman and like all of these other women who are like, do what you have to survive.
Right.
And like, don't
but that's
apologize
not what it is
for
now.
Yeah, at that point, like when she fights Barlow as they attack the ship, her only like focus is, I don't want to die, and I would like to like make it to wherever it's gonna
I'm just saying we can put this hint of like the very, it's very much the first time Anakin had his
like the first
evil,
twist,
like the first evil like inkling. This
like
could be it, where she
maybe
basically just says, I don't care for them, do what you want with them, I'll join you.
Right, like maybe it's a choice, like they Okay, maybe he addresses the entire ship, right? And says, like, maybe they all get captured, right? She fought super hard, but eventually she's taken over. They're all taken over, and he addresses the ship as a whole and says, I want her, and you give her to me, and I'll let the rest of you go. And she's like, no, like, I'm on a mission. Like, I am going somewhere to protect, like, my people. Like, I am on a mission from Ambaka. Like, I have to go do this. I have to be able to protect them. And they're all like, fuck that shit, take her. And she's like, no, I don't want to. Like, I can't. Like, I have to go do this. And they all say, fuck it, take her. And he says...
But still, I just...
But...
We need her to be more evil.
That's what I'm saying. So they say, fuck it, take her. And so then he says to her...
Oh, I gotcha.
Like, if you come...
Immediate karma. You're talking about instant karma.
Instant karma. If you come with me willingly, I can spare them, or I can kill them all.
And she says,
I don't care. As long as if you let me send a letter back to Sister Annette and let her know that I am not dead and that I didn't make it to my destination, but I will return for her one day, then I don't care what you do with them. As long as I can do that. And I'll come with you. And he says, okay. And he takes her, and whatever happens to them, happens to them. Instant karma. Because they don't care who she is. Their whole thing, everybody else on that ship, is also about self-preservation. And even though she fought so hard, and that's what cannon fired a ship, and that's what, like, caught his attention about her, is she's like, what, 18 or 19? And she's single-handedly essentially fought off a good chunk of his crew. And she's like taking people out right and left. But like maybe somebody just gets like a good shot in, or she just gets tired because she's never had to fight like 20 or 70 people at once. And everybody else doesn't care about her, because why would they? Because she's just another person on the ship.
I don't know where we'd put this, but I just had a little cutscene type moment.
Mm-hmm.
So what if the way you described it happens to where the crew's like, take her, we want our lives.
Yeah.
And then so the captain takes her, and they actually like leave the ship in the water and start,
to leave.
And the captain says something like, you're gonna need a change. You're not gonna be able to make it out here on these seas with compassion.
Yeah.
And she takes like a gun and shoots like a powder keg on the ship as they're sailing away, and
it just blows up the ship.
Mm-hmm. Dramatic.
Hella drama. But see, that's like a 0 to 1,000. Because if he says like you should be less nice versus like let's murder this entire ship. Like you should be less nice does not translate to let me blow up all of these people.
Maybe we put this story in the third PDF as they're really trying to get information for their final confrontation with her, and maybe they come across her old crew. Maybe they come across the ship headed to Aethwix. Or like a crew member. See you feel.
Bye, Feel.
Yeah, I need to eat. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. So
well, we are approaching. It is just about time.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk about the history of West Kent. If you're free, I'm available to hang tomorrow. Yes, I am free tomorrow. Until the playtest, actually, which you'll be.
Are we sure it's for sure a go? Because I don't think we have.
I don't think.
I know Ryan won't be able to.
Yeah. Mwah. Bye, Theo.
But I could find a guest to take over Lava Boy, but do we have Puma and Andrew?
Andrew is a no. because
Yeah, Andrew, no.
yeah. But you and Lloyd,
Kaz.
thank you for hosting. It was fun and intriguing.
The Kaz has.
I could ask Kaz. I know he's really busy with like all his commissions and stuff. I don't know. We'll see.
We're gonna try.
Potential stream tomorrow, maybe. Unsure. Thanks. Good TED Talk. Appreciate you. Yeah. So unsure of stream playtest tomorrow, but Wednesday is another Morning Brew with Dr. Colin at 10 a.m. Central Time, and then Mappy Hour with me at 6 p.m. Central Time. I will be finishing Port Zareth. I promise. This is it. I'm fucking done. Like, I promise. This is gonna be it. This is the last one, and it will be done. And then
Narrator, it was not the last one.
Twas not the last. I was working on it earlier today, and it's coming along pretty well. I think I finally like was able to actually make it work, because I ran into another problem, which was we have all of these buildings already pre-made, right? For those of you who would like to make a city map, don't do what I did and make buildings in the city before you build the city.
That's a valuable
Because trying to make the ugly halibut fit anywhere, because it's so fucking big.
Yeah.
It's did I not? I don't think I saved it. The piece of paper. It's like 14 by 31 blocks on a 5-foot block scale. Like, she fucking thick, alright? Like, it's a fucking huge building. And it, like, Poppy's house and, like, the church take up, like, each almost take up a quarter of, like, the town. And then the rest of it is, like, the, like, shitey apartments and, like, the town square. Like,
I'm just gonna say it again. There's a reason why people don't make maps this way.
Look, okay. We didn't think about it that way. So, for those of you who are thinking about creating a town, build your town map first, and then build your individual buildings. Cause I done goofed. And it literally, I guess the whole building is magic. Yeah, it's fucking giant. And
right.
It's just a big, she thick. Yeah. So
it's a lot bigger on the inside than you'd expect.
So I literally spent all last Mappy Hour like trying to convert the blocks and like get the ground space down and figure out how the fuck I was gonna put them in the map, and it did not look ridiculous. But I did it. I got it. Took lots of brain math, but I figured it out. Because, like, these maps look beautiful on their own, right? Like, that looks perfect. It's cute. It's a church. There's, like, a little...
Look at this kitchen.
Right? Like, there's a church. There's, like, a little garden off to the side and some animals. And there's, like, a thing. And it's, like, great. But the only part that's a beach is the dock. It's got a beach on it. And I can't put it on the beach because there's no beach. It's on a cliff.
Not in the middle of the town.
It's on a cliff.
Oh, halibut. Yeah. But Poppy's Cathedral's not on the cliff, is it?
Oh, thank you for following. No, his
man.
Not the Church of Bad Bitches is not on a cliff, but his house is.
Is it? Well,
Yeah,
it is, but
it is, which means I had to put a fucking cliff in the center of the town. And trees, and I was like, fuck. Like, shit. Dang it. It's fine. It's
the
cool.
struggle is real.
It's so real. I should have done it the other way around. It's fine. I learned my lesson.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Bye, Dr. Colin. Appreciate you attending.
Oh, I don't have to like go. I just mean like.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. But yeah, so join us on Wednesday for Morning Brew with Dr. Colin at 10 a.m. Would you like to?
Yes.
Yeah, building around terrain.
So I make a kids game, kids 5e module game,
Sure
and
do.
I just got more active on not TikTok, Twitter, and two people on Twitter have now played with their kids, and they both had really good things to say about it. So I'm really happy about that. Good to get some good feedback on it. Yeah, I make a kids game about fairies, fairy champions. Coming out with a new game, two more games coming out soon. One's Dinosaur Riders and one is Mermaids by one of our artists, Kaz. He's doing the mermaids, so that's cool. And then on this website, I also I write homebrew content for Wildspire Miniatures. So I made a homebrew world called Solon. It features playable Gardenal races, so they're the celestial half animal type races. Why is Dinosaur
I don't
not
know why
allowed?
Dinosaur was blocked. That was weird. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I do. Yeah. And this one, the homebrew world, it's 4 free PDFs, and it features art and maps from this group as well, because Ryan gave me money to do stuff with, so I paid people to do stuff.
Yeah. Ryan is one of our guests on the playtest stream as well. So and our giveaway actually comes from him. So yeah, our stream giveaway comes from there is a set of his minis. It's like 30 of them, right?
Oh, I have the minis right here. See the miniatures. It's 20. So the townsfolk is now 29. He expanded the townsfolk, and this is the original townsfolk set. So there's 18 there, but then he expanded it, and then he's got the 28 heroes and animals set. Yeah.
So $35 value that you could win if you just watch our stream. Crazy.
It's this one. It's $28 value.
$28 value still. Anyway, so definitely check out Dr. Colin. He's a cool dude. So we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you to who am I missing? Planets, who followed us 2 days ago, so you're probably not here. But Top Down Tabletop, Mick Bisexual Saint, Malteal, and Bush Grizzly, thank you all for following. We appreciate you a bunch and your support to Force's channel. We'll see you next time.
Are we gonna let's raid?
Oh, we should raid. You're right.
Evan Blair, is he on?
Is he on? Let's see. Let's see. Usually he's been on a lot this week.
Usually do that thing.
He's been on a lot this week.
Commercial.
Oh no.
Hey, let's raid Kaz.
Let's raid Kaz! Yay! Alright, so we're gonna raid Kaz, who is one of our artists, who's doing the art for the mermaid thing. And he also did the Fadari art. Let's raid Kaz! I'm ready!
Do it.
I'm so ready. Let's go. Okay. It says 4, 5.
Kaz is an artist. He's doing some.
He is. 6 viewers are ready to raid. Are we ready? Are we ready? Ready?
Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, bye, thanks, bye.
Bye, thanks, bye.
Bye, thanks, bye.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.